Hello. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for being here. My goodness. Is anyone else exhausted for any reason? But I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the tired, but it's all right. It's all good because we got stuff to do today. We got things to build. We got switches to lube. That's today. Yo, Chief. How's it going? um Let's do a quick little roll call here, shall we? First of all, Big Beat Ken, with the first. Second time meeting Ken, actually. I met you in LA. Good to see you again, my friend. Burnt Toast is here. Let's go. Good to see you. OG viewer. Meep, thanks for being here. And thank you so much for putting on the meetup. It was very fun. I enjoyed it a lot. So I really appreciate you working hard for that. That was awesome. Sinvek is here. Yo, ukulele dad. Hey, yo. How's it going? It's good to see you. I was very excited when you followed me, if I'm being honest. I'm a big fan of you appearing on Ellie's streams, and so I'm excited to be there for your future streams. Zuwabi is here. Dude, I hope how are you doing, dude? Are you tired? Zuwabi doesn't sleep, man. It was so good to meet you. Zuabi's like, he works. He puts in them hours. If you get yourself a Zuabi artisan, this man is a perfectionist, and he is a hard worker. Sinvex here. Good to see you. Snoopy and Snickrap met Snickrap. That was fun. It was good to see you. Gave you a stinky hat. You know, just a fair warning. If you buy any merch from me, it might smell very badly. I don't know what's going on with them hats, man. Some of them were real literal stinkers coming out of the bag, but what you gonna do about it? Chief is here. Chief, sure. Hello, good to see you. I trust your hat made it back to New York. Turtle Cat, met Turtle Cat. That was very fun. Thank you for hanging out with us. It was awesome to meet you. And yeah, you went to, I know you like red-eyed to Ohio. Dude, Ohio? Wait, Zuwabi went to Ohio. The one place we said. The one place we don't like. I'm good, Meep. I'm good. Warthog, good to see you. Restock, I ordered more hats today. So when they come in, I'll post on the Discord. Yes, for sure. I got five black ones and 5 yellow ones, and I can restock more as needed. So I got some incredible Tessar. Hello, Tessar. Okay, Tessa, I put your name in my, hold on, I'm gonna type it in chat. This is how I spelled your name in my phone. I don't know what possessed me to do that, but I thought it was funny. Thank you so much for the raid. I met Tessa in Arizona. Oh no, don't apologize. I appreciate you being here. You bringing your friends here. The Brett hat was the Brett hat. Yes, there were a lot of Brett hats out and about. It was a little overwhelming, to be honest, to just look around and see my Brett emote everywhere. But I'm very flattered. I'm very thankful that people like them. So thank you guys for asking them. Oh, you showed off the Brett jacket? Yes. So yeah, I gave Tessa a 1-of-1 Brett Letterman jacket. Muffin, I met Muffin too. Muffin is the coolest. Thank you for being here. I love seeing the Brett hats everywhere in Kevstream. Yeah, well, so most of them were already spoken for when I got to Arizona. There were only, I think, 3 that I sold at the meetup. The rest, I was just delivering. And so, yeah, I just basically did all my drop-offs. I didn't even have room for a keyboard. I just had hats in my bag. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun. The hat is nice. Wearing mine now. Let's go. Hey, it's okay. I'll restock them. I'm going to restock them on my Discord. I might actually be able to lower the price potentially if I can get volume discount. But for now, I just order them in like 10 or 20 at a time. So I don't know. But yeah. It was fun. It was a great meetup. It was fantastic. I had so much fun. I'm exhausted though. Like, I can't tell you how draining it is to, like, for someone like me to meet that many people that fast, you know? It was a lot, but it was really good. I had so much fun. Yeah, so Tessa's jacket, if you weren't in her stream, I filmed a promo video. It was like a channel trailer for my Twitch. And I made this jacket with the Bre on the back. It was like a Letterman jacket with iron-on letters for the video. But I didn't know what to do with it afterwards because I'm like not going to wear it outside the house probably. So I just, Tessa was like, ever since the trailer dropped, she was like, I really want to see, or I really want to be able to buy one of those things. I want to buy one of those things. And I was like, trying to come up with ways to make it happen, but then I was like, why don't I just freaking give Tessa this jacket? Like, she clearly cares about it a lot more than I do, and I've just been trying to find a place to store it. Let's give it to a good home, you know? Dude, I know. Goodbye. Are you back in, Diz, are you back in Boston? I got back last night at 11:30. My car was buried because it snowed over the weekend. And 10 this morning. Nice. And yeah, it was a crazy day. It snowed all day, and then it was like super foggy tonight, and there was a couple pretty bad accidents. So be safe out there if you're kind of in this neck of the woods. You know, it's like the fog like was freezing to the ground, and it got really icy. Like I know in Texas they don't, they'll get like freezing rain, which isn't something we really get here ever. But we were getting like freezing fog today, which I've never really seen before, and it was like really slick out there. So. Also, for the astute among you might notice, I disabled the dehydrate wheel. I'm just like, I was I was not sure if I even wanted to stream tonight, and then I told myself, you know what, I'm tired, but I'll stream if I don't have to dehydrate myself. Your flight was a red eye leaving at 11:55. Jeez Louise. Do you have a connection through then? If you got home at 10, mine was through Salt Lake. But it was only like an hour, which was nice. It was really nice. All right. Oh, I feel like there's a lot to talk about, you know? And it's kind of funny because it's like half of you were there at the meetup, half of you were not. So it's like I'm kind of talking to you from two different contexts, right? But it's good. It's good. They held us on the plane for over an hour. Why? Oh, some weather stuff. Oh. Did they at least leave the plane on so the air could flow? Because that sucks. Rufio. Spooky. Thank you for the 3 months. My goodness. I think some shout-outs are in order for two of our talented artisan makers in the community. You know what's funny? So before, like when I first got into keyboards, I just kind of like, I didn't really collect artisans. It wasn't really something that I did. And then, and I knew a lot of people who did, but I saw it as like, oh, this isn't for me, you know? And then I made it friends with a whole bunch of artisan makers. Like for some reason, it seems like the artisan makers are like I vibe with them really well. Like I get their creative energy. I like talking to them, and I made a lot of good friends with a lot of the artisan makers. And now I have a lot of artisans because I like collecting my friends' artisans. I think that's really fun. And so there were people saying to me, because at the meetup, like I got a bunch of artisans from my friends, and they were like, dude, you've been good work getting all buddy with these artisan makers. And I'm like, nah, man, they're just like kindred spirits. They're just nice to me. They just give me artisans. So it was very fun. It was like, it wasn't no ulterior motives here. You know what I mean? It's like genuinely wholesome people. And I appreciate all of you. So thank you. Look at me. I'm the artisan maker now. Oh my goodness. Or if they're out to get me, it's a long con. Let's be honest. Yo, Mind Explosion. Good to see you. Appreciate you being here. Hope you're doing well. Especially Rufio. Rufio's the coolest. Rufio is actually like the coolest guy. For real. Like the man's got swagger. If I may say so as a white man. The man's got swagger. And yeah, I loved hanging out with you, dude. I'd love to hang out again. He's got just this creative energy that's so addictive, and like I just resonate with. And I'm just like, dude, I want to like meet with this guy and make stuff. You know what I mean? Like he's got it down. You know. So I believe I have permission from the wife to make the next one. The next what? What are you making? I gotta know. Yeah, Toby, I am live too. What's up, Toby? Met Toby. How are you? Oh, you'll make it to the meet. Let's go. Dude, I think like I'm trying to decide what I want to do as far as meetups, cuz like I'm like really drained right now. I feel like I felt the same way after the LA meetup. I was like, that was really fun. I'm exhausted, and I don't know if I'm going to go to another meetup again just because it was so draining. And then by the time like a couple months went by, I was like, I want to go to another meetup. Like I really do. And then AZ popped up and I was like, I'm freaking there, dude. So I feel like it's the same thing right now. I'm just like so tired. But oh no, you're good. No, dude, you're good. You're good. It was like, it was chill. It was nice for me because the thing that almost everyone said to me was like, you are way quieter in person. Yo, what's up, Eve? I met Eve too. Eve's the coolest. Eve's a homie. What's up? Good to see you. I don't know. A lot of people were like, you were way quieter in real life. Like, and I was like, that's fair. I definitely like once I'm in a group, I'm not like, I just sort of like get quiet and listen to people, you know? I don't know. I wouldn't consider myself an extrovert. I'm just the only one in the room right now. You know, if that makes sense. No. Yeah, I think there was a lot of people who maybe felt that way just because like I'm like maybe a lot quieter than they were expecting, which if that is you, if you met me and you're like, "Wow, this guy's just really quiet." Don't feel bad. It's not you. It's just like that's how I am in real life. It's like when I sit down in front of my camera, I'm here to make content, right? I'm here to make something that people want to tune in and enjoy. So I kind of like I crank it up. But then when I'm in a group setting with people, I'm not trying to make content. So I'm like I'm a lot more chill, you know? Filet, my boy. Hello. Thank you for the 12 months, a freaking year. OG viewers in the house. It was so good, dude. It was so good. It was so good. Filet. So here's what I'm thinking. I think there's going to be a Keeb Life 2023. I don't know how much I can talk about it because I talk to Frank a lot and I don't know what's in confidence. So I don't want to like risk what is or isn't. Yo, Kim. Kim. But like, yeah, I think there will be a Keeb Life 23. And I think I want to go to that. And yeah, Filet, I hope to meet you there if you're able to go. Kim, okay. I met a lot of people there. But there were a couple people who I met and I was like, I feel like we've always been friends. Like when I just talk to them, I just feel like we're just friends. Like we've known each other forever. And Kim is one of those people. When I just was like, we picked Kim up at the airport and I was like, hey, it just felt like we've always been friends and we were just chatting and there was nothing like, there was no like awkwardness or whatever. I don't know. Something about it. Something about, Kim and her SO just like clicked and I was like, these are great people. I like these people. So it's good. It's good. It's good. Meep's going to 23. If you go, you can hang out. You can hand out more hats. Yo, Tofu, you posted a great video. If you haven't seen Tofu's, it was your video, right? You did your favorite snack. It was really good. I did bring back all the snacks, and as far as I know, nothing at all got destroyed. So I did have to drink some of the beverages because I couldn't take them on the plane. Kim adopted me yesterday for supper. Oh, dude, Kim's a homie. There's a couple people like that. I feel like Eve is that way too. Where I was just like, it was like, yo, what's up, Eve? And we just like vibed, Rufio, of course, that way. Yeah, it was fun. It was really fun. But yeah, nothing was damaged or stolen. No, it was good. There were like keyboard babysitters watching. There were like, I saw actual like security guards there, like wandering around. It was awesome. Also, it was at the Mechanical Keyboards Tech Center. So like the venue was mechanical keyboard themed. Like on the back wall, those things like at wholesale stores, you can get like cereal in bulk and you pull the handle and the cereal comes out. They had that, but like full of switches. I was like, I think that's what I was seeing. It was awesome. It was great. Yeah, it's a showroom. It was like the vibes were immaculate. They had Twitch streams up on TVs. They had like Alex Odos and Apiary up on the wall, and I was like, dude, it's such a vibe in here. It was a good meet. It was awesome. It was really fun. My partner was surprised. Well, honestly, Turtle, I feel like it might be one of the only ones. Like legit, it might actually be one of the only ones. So yeah, it was a pretty cool space to be in, honestly. So yeah, I don't know. It was sweet. It was sweet. Besides California, dude, yeah. Also, Fruity is so chill. Fruity's a great photographer, a great designer. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I appreciate you posting photos. I'm gonna steal some of Fruity's photos for promo material. Can I just show you some of the photos though? Like, cause straight up, I'm like, I saw this on Discord and I was like, I was gonna try to take photos of my hats for like, selling them. Like, obviously you want product photos, and I saw these two photos, that Fruit posted, and I was like, my man's done the work for me here. I was like, come on, son. Look at this photo. There's two of them, okay? Lydia and Stacy with both colors. That's the other thing. Both of them with both colors, so I don't have to take separate photos. And this photo. I mean, I was like, come on, son. These are such good photos. I don't know. I was like, let's go. So yeah, Fruity, super talented photographer. I appreciate you. Actual celebrities in these photos and taking these photos. Come on. Marketing 101 going up on the website. I know. Yo, what's up, Tamerlane? Good to see you. Super celebs. I know. So yeah, I got so hyped when I saw these. I was like, yeah. And also, I just appreciate them wearing them around. Like, that's super nice of people to like want to wear my merch. I don't know. I like that's very heartwarming. It's super heartwarming. So yeah, that was great. It's just weird seeing your merch in the wild. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was fun. Also, yeah, I feel like shirts very soon. I will place an order this week for a bunch of like test prints, and if they're good, it's not cheap. It's like, the unit prices get really high if you don't order many of them. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to order like 20 of them, which is like $300. And if they're good, they're good. And if they're bad, they're bad. And I'll just give them away. But like, it's a spicy bill, but it's like, I just want to make sure they're good before I sell them to anyone. I don't know. That's where I'm at. All right. Stacy's here. Hello, Stacy. Stacy, wait, did you see I was showing chat the photos of you and Lydia in the hats. They turned out so well. Such good promo photos. So appreciate it. How are you, Stacy? It's good to see you. We didn't hang out a ton, but yeah, it was really nice to meet you. Nice to meet Lily. It was great. We got sushi together. What all did we do? I have a Notion page documenting what all I did. I'm not going to show it to you because there's secrets on my Notion, okay? There's secrets on here. Dang it. Of course. Lily is the best. Yes. It's like so many like naturally easy people to talk to. You know what I mean? All right. Let's look at this document I wrote. So here's a brief timeline of events, okay? If you're trying to piece together this situation like a cop, like Batman, here's what's going on. If you're a private investigator, I landed at 6:30, and then Aki and Presence and Tessa picked me up. I'd never met the Presence before. I didn't know what he looked like. And then Aki rolled up in his white Kia practical vehicle. Family vehicle, good on you, Aki. And Presence hopped out and come said hi, and I was like, dang, who's this tall, handsome boy? Who is this? And he introduced himself, Presence. It was great. Headed back to the hotel, went to get dinner, I was passenger princess in Keeb Noob's car. It was great. It was very fun. We got some sushi. There was a lot of us there too. It was funny because we rolled up to this restaurant, and we kept adding how many people were gonna be in our party. Like, I think there were like 6 of us at first, and then it turned into 8, and then it turned into like 15, and then it turned into 20. So by the end of dinner, we had basically taken over that restaurant, which was like, the wait staff was like very nice. They were very curious about keyboards. At least the one waiter was, and it was like very funny to kind of explain to him that like we came from all over the US just because of keyboards. And it was like, yeah, I understand how weird that is. Like, it's very weird. What's funny is like someone asked me at the airport what I was traveling for, and I decided to tell them that I was there for like a Twitch streamer meetup because I thought he was like a younger kid, and I was like, this is gonna be a lot easier to explain if I just tell him it's like a streamer meetup than if I tell him it's like a keyboard meetup, because he knows who a streamer is, but he probably does. I don't know. So I was like, nah, that's what I'm here for, which is technically true. But where did we eat? We ate at a place called Tabe Mono, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I know every time, like music keyboards. No, like typing keyboards. What? We saw Prez on Starf stream when Aki called. Oh yeah, dude. Right? Oh, I forgot that happened. Yeah, we actually we phoned in to Starf's stream that night. Well, I think Gio was streaming and we were all watching on our phones from the restaurant too. That was kind of funny. We all were like, we all were watching Gio on like individually on our phones at the table. I almost said at the dinner table like an old man. Anyways, it was very fun. We're explaining to our Lyft driver. I know. Like explaining to everyone what we were doing was somewhat difficult. And more so for me, I feel like, cause like to explain why no phones at the dinner table. To like explain that I came from Montana to do that is like kind of a hard thing to explain. What was the best keyboard that I tried? Honestly, the Kaze. Kaze is a great keyboard. Like it's impossible to hear them when you're in there. When you're in the event center, it's really hard to hear the keyboards you're typing on. But like the feel of the Kaze was really good. Also the F18X with the polycarb bottom was really, really, really nice. The Babylon was really nice too from Trailblazer. I typed on that for the first time. No phones on the dinner table. Yeah, the Babylon was really cool because it's kind of got that trampoline mount. I really liked that one. Also, I typed on the Lutre. That was really fun. There's nothing quite like typing on a well-loved GMK set, and that legendary Boba Fett set is loved. So yeah, that was fun. There was also like a homemade acrylic case for an F1 or an wait, I'm suddenly forgetting it. Holy crap. W1AT. Someone made a custom, it was like stacked acrylic layers on the inside with like one of them was like neon green and then like a folded acrylic exterior on a W1AT PC. That was very interesting. Miggy Bunnies. It was super cool. I thought that Gion made that. And I was like, I didn't know Gion was doing like that and that it wasn't machined. It was like kind of melted and folded. But then I was like, yeah, it was a homemade one just around the PCB. So that was really cool. But anyway, so Friday night, I also got to hang out with Rufio, and I saw, dude. The floodgates of resin were opened to me, and I saw so many both released and unreleased artisans that Rufio had, and I was like, let's freaking go, dude. I got freaking hyped. I was so hyped. There was so much stuff there. He showed me all the stuff he made for the meetup. He showed me all the stuff that he was thinking of or like had prototypes of. It was very cool. Got to look at all that. Do you know Rufio makes Topra artisans? Fun fact. Y'all were nerding out so hard. Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, his Balder that he etched the bottom with a Dremel was really cool too. Then we hung out in Keith Circle's room for a while. You know, we did a kick check because there were a lot of us in Jordans. I wore my Lost and Founds through the airport because, you know, you got to flex on them. And then Kim and Tessa and I went to pick up, or Tessa and Appa and I went to pick up Kim. Wantagon. Hey, can we get a shout out for Wantagon? Listen, I posted on my my Discord that you guys were live, but go give him a follow. He was working on a board with Melanie today. So check out Wantagon on Twitch. Streams now. Great stream setup too. High quality. Like, it's a vibe. Go hang out and go give him a follow. Thank you, mods. I appreciate it. But yeah, so Appa and Tessa and I went to pick up Kim. The Phoenix airport is a freaking nightmare. Snoopy with the classic raid message. The airport was impossible to navigate, and I felt bad because it took us like 40 minutes to find the rental car parking lot that Kim was stranded in because they ran out of rental cars due to a marathon. Ironically, the very marathon that my father-in-law was in town to run, and yeah, that was kind of a funny situation. He ran a marathon. the same weekend I was there. It was a very funny coincidence. So I don't know. I was like, should I invite him to like hang out with all my Keep friends? Because I know he's in town. But it was good. But yeah, we picked up Kim, and then yeah, we headed back. I was like asleep by 2 a.m. It was a good time. But then I got up at like 7:45 the next morning. I'm just reading over my notes here off to the side. We went to a coffee shop that morning, like 10:45, and just kind of hung out. I think there were a lot of people there actually. There was a coffee shop that made pizzas. It was called Brick Road Coffee, and they make pizza there. I was like, really? People were like getting pizza at 11 a.m. and I was like, power to you. That was awesome. And yeah, so vibed there for a wee bit. I do like coffee shops, honestly. I don't go to them very often, but and then the meetup was at noon. A lot of us showed up late. In fact, we, due to a misremembering of how many people were in each vehicle, we ended up having to put Kim had to sit on Vanessa's lap in the car because we didn't have enough spots. So in Appa's car, we were all packed in there. Well, I wasn't packed in there. I was in I was passenger princess once again, but the back seat was just packed. There were a lot of clown car situations. There were one. Thank you for the raid. Also, thank you so much. And I will be there in the future. I'm sorry I dipped. I had to drive home and then was like prepping for my stream, but I'll be there. I'll for sure be in future streams. You bet your bottom dollar. It was Cat. It was Turtle Cat, Z, Vanessa, and Kim in the back seat. I have photo proof, and then I was in the front, and then Appa was driving and doing very well. Like it was a little bit, kind of crazy back and forth. Oh, we have a tiny visitor. One moment, please. Look at this. Look at this. Who's this? Who's that? Look at that. Look at her, how calm she is. Look how clam she is. Dude, straight up, Fruity, I passenger princessed in like every car. In all the cars. It was very fun. Do you clam? Wow, so clam. I know, look how clam she is. Look at her. She's being good. I love being passenger princess. Me too. I had a great time. I passenger princess with Keeb Noob, Appa, Frank. I'm trying to think who else. Akigami. Yes, it was great. It's nice being tall. Yeah, no, that's true. Yo, Melanie. Hey, good to see you. I was lurking a little bit in your stream while I was setting up and saw you soldering. That was fun. I am 6 foot even. Yeah, that's how tall I am. So, yeah, it's softest loaf. She is a very soft loaf. If you are fortunate enough to be able to pet her, she's a very soft loaf. She likes to run away though. Yes, it absolutely did. Banditry. Okay, so I went back through my DMs and I realized that Banditry actually did tell me he was going to be in Arizona, but I forgot, or I didn't understand that by the DM. I read it. Yo, what's up, Nox? Running out of monitors again? Dude, that's cool. You can chuck me in a tab. I'm cool with that. But I had forgotten that I hadn't understood from the DM that meant he was going to be in Arizona. And then I saw him there and I lost my mind. I was like, no way, it's Banditry. And also he's like 6'5" or something. Like he's humongous. So, dude, he's another one of those people where like immediately we're old friends. It was great. Old friends like lost teeth, as the Wonder Years say. So yeah, Kev caught me meeting Banditry in the VOD and it's so pure, dude. Like everyone that I met was like, have you seen, he's much more than 6'5". Yeah. Cause you're like 6'4" or something, right? Diz, like you're tall. Kev goated for the meet. Kev is like, that's his, like, he's really good at that. I've watched a lot of his meetup streams and like, okay, so he must be more like 6'6" or 6'7", because I definitely saw him next to you and like he is taller than you. But it's like, to me, as soon as you're over me, it's like I just estimate that you're 6'4", 6'5" because you're just huge. But I have some friends who are like 6'7" too, and it's like, dang, they're huge. I wasn't ready to see how tall Diz and Banditry, dude. They're huge. He's the you must play basketball tall for sure. So who was the taller in the meet? Well, Banditry was I think the tallest person we met. I'm like, I'd be hard. I mean, Rufio's tall too, though. But I'd be hard pressed to say anyone there was taller than Banditry. I definitely think he was the biggest one. Dude, we were just talking about you, Banditry. Yo, how are you? I hope you made it home safe. Okay, so Banditry, you did tell me you were going to be in Arizona, but for some reason I didn't understand that from your DM. I'm going to leak a DM. Here's what you said to me. Oh, hold on. Opening up my DMs. You said, well, okay, for some context, you sent me a post that said something about like how in Montana, it's one of the states in the US where only one party has to be present for a marriage. And so you DM me and said, if you ever want to marry me, you could just do it and show up on stream with a marriage cert and I would be none the wiser. And then I replied and I said, too late, we're already married. And then you said, can't wait for the honeymoon in Arizona. And I, for some reason, didn't understand that meant you were coming to Arizona. I just was like, that's a random state to be talking about, but sure, like, that's fine. And so you did tell me you were going to be there with that DM. I just didn't understand what you meant. So anyways, yes. No, yeah. Bandit was super cool. Went to dinner at a there's like a food court in an H Mart that was awesome. You know what's funny too? Okay, so we went to dinner a bunch. Holy Moses! Which oh my goodness! Thank you, Alex, and welcome to the bread basement. Holy crap! Thank you for the raid. My goodness. Wow, we were just recapping the meetup, but yeah, thank you for being here. My name's Nathan. I stream keyboards. And yeah, Arum Jolteon, thank you for the follow. I just got back from a keyboard meetup, and we're just talking about it. Alex, how are you? It's good to see you. Peter Griffin laugh equals subscribe. Oh my word. Oh my word. Space Boy, thank you for the follow as well. Yeah, we will get to the build eventually. We're just gonna be lubing some switches, so you know, pretty low key, but we're just kind of hanging out and we're talking about the meetup, you know. But yeah, no, it was good. It was good. Thank you, Alex. How was your stream? What were you up to? What were you up to today? I saw you were putting caps on a red board from the thumbnail.
Like what if I belched a bruh?
My cat. Oops, hold on. I can fix this. My cat is currently. Let me leak everything. I don't even know if you can see her at this angle. There she is. Do you see her? What is she doing? Hey, bud. Hey. What are you doing? What are you doing back here? Hey, buddy. This is Mabel. She's a Persian cat. She's like 10 months old. Is there a fly? I don't think so. There's really not bugs this time of year. Yo, Bandit, thank you for the gifty to Alex. I know she's creeping hardcore. And Derek McClackey, thank you for the follow. She's like playing with my cords though. She's gonna turn my lights off. It's cool. We got a croc attack though, right? That's what Spooky said. All right, we got a croc attack. Here we go. So, where did I put the croc? Here it is. So, folks, wait. How many teeth do you think it's gonna take, Spooky? Spooky gets first call on this. All right, here we go. How many teeth is it going to take, Isaac? Thank you for the follow. To get bitten viciously by this killer croc. Turtle Cat says 4. Spooky says 6. I say 12. I say I'm gonna dunk all over this alligator. I think that it is. It's been too cocky for too long. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3. Well, all right. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. We got him in 4. All right. It's okay though. You know, you got to take the L sometimes. You got to let the alligator feel. Whoop, oh, got me a little bit with that. My jimmies have been rustled a little bit. Why is my neck all red? Am I like scared of the? Am I allergic? Am I allergic to streaming? Oh my word. All right. Bruno, thank you for the follow. Custom flash command, blacklight. All right, I'm going to put that down. I'm going to write that down. I don't know if that's going to happen. Oh, yeah, yes, for drum streams, actually, I can show you what that scene looks like. I can make a scene. Oh, this is usually, hold on. It's usually more like this, or realistically more like this. Huh? That's my drum setup. It's not bad. I don't mind it. So, Shinbur, hello. I'm not dead. I'm cool. Don't worry about it. All right. What was I supposed to do? Oh, Rufio custom flash command. Black light. I'll do something as black lighty as I possibly can. Don't you worry. This is why I don't watch your streams. It's because you tried to murder me just now. What do you mean? You just tried to kill me. Okay. Oh, Chaser wants a kick check. Okay. Well, you know, full disclosure. All right. I'm tired. I got back from a meetup. You know, we're just today I'm potato mode. All right. So what we got for kick check is the beat up lacelet, like the little leather string fell off a long time ago. Target moccasin. Okay. That's what I'm wearing today because I'm tired. That's how you know what kind of mood I'm in. That's how you know how I be feeling. But it's all right. I can get some cooler kicks if you want me to, but that's what I'm wearing right now. Chaser, it was nice seeing you, dude. It was nice meeting you too. Chaser was like vibing in the doorway, and I got to meet you. This cat though, this cat is really being a pain back there. Chaser goated. Oh my goodness. I do need to update my website. The branding is a little bit inconsistent, but that's okay. That's a problem for future Nathan. Future Nathan has a lot of problems, but present Nathan is good at delegating. Okay, that's the reality of the situation. Present Nathan can delegate to every other version of Nathan masterfully. Okay, if there's work to be done by another one, it's me. Like I'll find it. He also helped to arrange a food truck. Oh no way! Let's go. Nice. Dude, the organizers were great. That was awesome. And yeah, it was just fun to, like, I don't know, be amongst kin, you know? And me proposed. Wait, did you say yes? Congratulations. My goodness. All right. I have some stuff to show stream, okay? I got a lot of people here. I want to show how cool my friends are. All right? So, first of all, one of the people that I got to meet IRL for the first... So there's a lot of people that I already met IRL. So my goal was to meet a bunch of other people IRL that I hadn't met before. And my primary... like, no offense to anyone else, but the person I wanted to meet the most was Patty. And I'm so glad I was able to meet Patty. Patty is the best, and, like legitimately... I don't know. I'm so lucky to be able to be her editor and to hang out with her. And actually, I got to go on a photo shoot. Frank had booked a gig to take product photography for a restaurant because that's what he does. And Patty and I got to tag along and then eat the food that he was taking pictures of. And it was like this. It was such a funny restaurant. It was like this really swanky. It was like this super swanky like brunch place that had like a really nice menu, but the club music was so, like, they were playing club music and they played it so loud. Like, and it was weird too, because it was like Baby Shark transitioning into Barbie Girl, transitioning into like some old Kanye West track, transitioning into like Pitbull. And it was like, it was so loud, we were like yelling at each other just to hear. And it was like, this is a weird vibe for brunch. Like, and I was like, it's not just me, right? Like, this is weird for lunch. And Patty, it was an actual fever dream. Like, I was like, Patty's quiet sort of anyways. And I was like, I was like, dude, I don't know. I was like trying to hear. It was crazy. Yeah, so there were guests. We went to our own section of the restaurant that they had sort of set aside for Frank to take pictures. And so I got to hold the bounce card a little bit, you know. And it was great. And then we got to, dude, the food was so good though. There was like candied bacon that was like extra thick cut. And there was like avocado salmon toast. And there was like a burger with egg on it. And there was some waffles that we ate. Dude, we got to eat the food that they were taking pictures of. And I was like, this is so good. Just Patty and I hanging out, eating Frank's like photography leftovers. So yeah, that was exciting. I was very happy to be there for that. But having said that, Patty, and I think Kim, right? Was it the two of you? I feel bad because I don't exactly know who to thank, but I think Kim, it was you and Patty, right? Is there anyone else I'm missing there? But while I was out, I went to get some whiskey with Frank, which was fantastic. They got me a bunch of Korean snacks, or just snacks in general, and gave them all to me. Like when I got back to my room, they were all just sort of laid out for me. Oh, Sure too. Okay, so Sure, Kim, and Patty, which is like so nice of them. I met Sure too, mostly Patty. Okay, but like for real, like the best people. I'm so like I don't know. I'm so happy to have met them and hung out with them. So let's take a look. All right, so here's my freaking haul. All right. So I put it all in this Ziploc or this bag. First of all, this is the only hat that did not get handed out at the meetup. I'm not sure why I brought it. This is for Starfire. I need to mail this to LA. I thought I would be able to find someone who could bring it to Starf, but I don't know that no one that I met was like, I'm going back to the Bay Area. So I held on to it. So anyways, that's going to Starf, but don't worry, there's more coming. There is more coming. All right, so here's what we got. In no particular order, we got salted egg flavored Lay's. That's pretty sweet. I'm not going to be I'm going to do a taste test of these on stream, but I want to wait for my wife to be in town because I'm sure she wants to try these as much as I do. And I want her to be able to try them with me. So we got these. We got shrimp crackers, which I believe is what Patty said was her favorite snack in Tofu's video. So let's go. We got those. We got rice crackers, which surprisingly I think are all still in one piece. So these made it. All these I flew back to Montana with me, and I think everything made it. Then we got biscuits, butter coconut biscuits. Look at these. These look delicious. Frank really likes these, he said. And then we got these little Panda baby cookies. Are these not the cutest thing you've ever seen? I was like, come on. Dude, it just keeps going, too. She got me so much stuff. Okay, so we got little koala strawberry cream-filled cookies. I have had something, not this brand before, but I have had something similar before, and these are freaking delicious. I got Hi Chew grape, green apple, strawberry. This is so delicious. I got Meiji high milk chocolate. I'm not sure what this is, but this looks amazing. Chocolate. Mr. and Mrs. Breast snack stream went hopefully very soon because my patience is I'm barely hanging in here. You know, I almost ate this all last night. I got some Pocky, strawberry and chocolate, which is amazing. I got some more Hi Chew. Fun fact, I have had Hi Chew before, and it's probably like one of my top 5 favorite candies of all time. So I'm so excited to have a bunch of this stuff. So thoughtful. So okay, it's not even all in frame. This is how much stuff they got. All of this, Patty, Kim, and Shure got me all of these snacks. How wholesome is that? I went out to hang out with Frank, and then I come back, and they're just like, hey, she actually DM'd me, and she said, hey, I got some presents for you. And I was like, you what? So, yeah. I know, totally. Like, my bag was completely full of hats, and I was like, I didn't even have room to bring a keyboard to the meetup. I had so many hats. And then I basically just one-to-one replaced it all with snacks. But it was so good. It was so good. So thank you so much, Patty. If you see this clip or are lurking, because I know Patty's a serial lurker, it was so nice to hang out, too, and just chat. Like, we had a lot of time, sort of on Sunday where other stuff was going on to just sort of chat and talk about streaming and life and whatever else. And so it was really nice to just hang out and talk because I feel like Patty's a kindred spirit too, where we just like get along. And it's not like we didn't talk much before because I'm her editor, so we talk pretty frequently, but still. The classic barter system. Well, yeah, I mean, it was like unintentional. And also, I'm selling the hats. I didn't like give them away, you know? I mean, some of them were more barters than anything, but like it was like I don't know. I feel so loved, you know? I'm just so thankful. So thank you everyone who made me feel so loved at the meetup. Honestly, that was probably one of the most wholesome things is like just like having people recognize me or like want to take pictures with me or just like want to say hi and talk to me. Like it's kind of crazy that is a thing. Like I just showed up in Arizona and there were just random people there from across the country who just wanted to say hi. I don't know. I'm just so thankful for that. Like, I don't know. Brings a tear to this old man's eye, you know? Hats for snacks to the band name list. I absolutely will do that. Are you kidding me? Hats for snacks. We're going into Google Keep. We're going to write that down. Okay. Not only did I make out like a bank robber in terms of snacks. Hats for snacks. Okay. But Yevi, thank you for the follow. But I met a lot of artisan makers there who, like, there were more than, like, Zuabi was there somehow. Zuabi doesn't sleep, and also, like, was like, took a red eye, like, flew in on Saturday and then flew back out on Saturday to go to a wedding in Ohio. Zuabi braved the fire and flames of traveling to Ohio. Okay, that's how dedicated this man is to making it to appointments, to making it to see people. But I met Zuabi, I met Rufio, I met Muffin. Those were three of the artisan makers in my chat that I like. There's a lot of artisan makers that I really love, but those three are in my chat a lot, and it was really fun to meet them. Cone of Uncertainty. Ooh, that's going down there too. Thank you. If you guys have any band name suggestions too, I'm all about it. Cone of Uncertainty. Great. But here's what... Oh, Captain Mike. What's up, Mike? Good to see you. What a cool dude Captain Mike is, too. Appreciate hanging out with you. But, all right, here's what I got artisan-wise. I got this bag here that you can't see because I wasn't on that scene at the time. This bag, level caps. Oh, I don't know level caps. I should check them out. This is all stickers, either leftover stickers of mine. I tried to give out stickers to everyone I could find who wanted them. I'm sure I missed some people, and I'm sorry for that. But like, I gave out a lot of stickers, which was nice. And then these are also. You didn't get one? Oh, I will get you one. Do not worry. I will also, if you buy a hat, I'll send a sticker. No worries. Like, okay, so here's what we got. Let's go for the stickers first and just see. I collected a bunch of them from a bunch of people. All right. Spooky Caps wasn't there personally, but had sent stuff with Kevin, including stickers. This is a Patty sticker. This is a Patty sticker. These are adorable. I love these. As well as this Patty sticker. This is Chief Shore. These are Stacy, which, by the way, this sticker is so funny. I love this sticker so much. I do not know the context of this, but I've seen it's on her merch as well. And I don't know why, but it makes me laugh so hard. It reminds me, well, I mean, I think it's probably a reference to Spy Family, right? Because I know a lot of her alerts are Spy Family. Why do we not have a sticker? What do you mean? Like you and me personally? Because we have, these are my stickers from my brand, but if you want one of you and me specifically, we'll have to ask Stacy. Oh, this is a Patty sticker as well. Also, Madison, did you see all the snacks? We should get a sticker of me and my wife, though. That would be fun. Yeah. No, yeah, you can have them if you want. These two are my stickers. I handed out most of them. So, like, I used to have about 100 of each. And this is all I have left. So, I handed out a lot of stickers. But I will give you... Here, these are on your desk now. Don't you worry. What snacks? Oh, okay. I'll link you the VOD. Madison, Patty bought me a ton of snacks at the H Mart. Patty and Shure and Kim went and bought me a bunch of snacks just out of the kindness of their hearts, and I'm saving them for you, and we can taste test them. Okay? They look delicious. So yeah. Anyways, stickers. An H Mart. H Mart is like a Korean market. We actually went to one in LA. That's where like we tried to find sunscreen. Remember that? Need to send you some stickers. I should have grabbed some. Fruity had a bunch of stickers out. It's like the little apple with butt cheeks. That's like the cutest thing. So I have a collection of stickers. I don't know where they went. Anyways, I have a ton of stickers from a ton of people that are all in this case at work. The thick apple, yeah, exactly. And I need to consolidate. But yes, But there's kind of a difference because a lot of them come from vendors and these come from friends. So I kind of don't want to just like moosh them together. Fruity Booty so lit. That's funny. I love those stickers. This is another one that I had. But Patty and Schuer's H March. Wait, were you there, Banditry? Yeah, I like this Hess sticker. Some of these are just hard to see in the glare. But yeah. She personally gave me these ones too, which was fun. So anyways, yeah. But I'll get more of these made. And then they go out with every order. So if you're a client, I always throw these in the box. If you buy merch or anything else, I always throw these in the box. So you will get some if you ever have anything shipped from me to you. You can bet on that. But oh, and this goes with something else. Okay. All right. Solid sticker haul, to be sure, which was funny because I wasn't even trying to collect stickers. My main focus was to hand out stickers, hand out hats, and say hi to people. Like, I barely even typed on keyboards, to be totally honest. I was mostly just talking to people. But, all right, we got some artisans, okay? Okay. So I've had my eye on these ever since I saw them show up on Rufio's Instagram, Mason of the West. These are very special. This is the sole pattern of a Jordan 1, if you don't recognize what this is. And Camoin. He actually killed it with this. These he sold them in a pair, so I bought a pair. I was like, come on. Actually, I basically I was paid in cash for some hats, and I just immediately handed that cash to Rufio, and I was like, give me the shoe artisans. So yeah, these are sick. These are actually sick, and we're gonna actually have to do something here. We're gonna have to rearrange the old artisan tray because I think what is apropos here is Rama is out. Rama's out. My friends are in. Okay, get them out of here. One of La Rosa, you did? No way. Oh, okay. Yeah, dude, they're such good caps. Also, this is technically not really an artisan. Let's get this out of here. All right, this is from a meetup. What else can we pull? Well, technically, these are B stocks. As much as that, it feels weird to say, all these are technically B stocks. So if we need room, okay, we've pulled a sufficient amount of caps out, I think, to make space. And I do have an old artisan case I could put these in. They're not going to just go nowhere. But, all right. This whole bottom row right now is Rufio caps. So I think I'm just going to move. I'm going to move some stuff around here. Let's put Patnus. This is Patnus. So we'll put Rufio down here. This is a lot of resin. I mean, it's not nearly as much as some people, like Diego or Patty or Dutch or others. But still, it is a lot. It is a lot. I can't lie. Whoops. These are so cute. Okay. All right. And technically, these are to go on your shoes to hold the artisans. Sonder. Oh, also, I've asked you this before. You make caps, right, Sonder? Okay. All right. The next one I want to talk about is from Stacy. So during Keebsmas, Stacy was offering to give away artisans that I believe she made to people who donated. So your boy got one of these. I asked for the orange one because my stream theme is orange and it's got like copper in it. It's beautiful. So she brought me this as well as her stickers and a little note. So thank you, Stacy. I appreciate that. Is that the wrong Insta? I don't know. Yeah, this is sweet. This is really cool. So yeah, this is gonna go in here as well. We'll put this up at the top. All right, we'll do a recap of the whole tray, but then we got some more caps though, because I got a lot of keycaps. Yo, Hanatori, thank you for the resub. I appreciate it. All right, hold on. We got this. This artisan, what's up, Ann? It's from Zuabi. He handed me this little guy, little under the table dealio. It's so cute. I love this. So now I got 2 Zuabis. I got that, and I got the... he kind of did the old handshake with an artisan in the hand kind of scenario, you know? I was like, ooh, is this the wire? Thank you. So yeah, we got this guy. It is UV reactive. Ooh, okay. If you have a blue light. Oh, okay. Well, we will test that out. I'll put it over here with the other Zuabi. Then this one is from Spooky Caps, probably in chat right now. Spooky sent this for me with Kevin. And I had a bit of a miscommunication and thought that he was telling me it was for Kevin. And then I gave Kevin false hope and said, hey, that one's for you. And then I clarified and I was like, oh, it's for me. And then I said, hey, Kevin, sucks to suck. That's my artisan. So it's me. Also, he sent me a DM that was like, hey, this sculpt is called a bonehead. And he said, hey, the white bonehead that is included with the stuff I sent is for you. Or he said, tell Kevin the white bonehead that I included is for you. And I was like, all I saw was in the compressed view, like in the notification shade you pull down on your phone, I saw white bonehead, and I was like, who you calling a white bonehead? And I was like, then I opened the DM, and I was like, oh, I get it. I mean, you're not wrong, but you don't have to be mean. You don't have to be so rude about it. So that one's right there. All right, and then we got... Actually, we can put the spookies together, too. There we go. And then we got this one. This one was a gift from Muffin, and I gotta show you. I gotta figure out a way to best show you this. I don't know exactly how he's doing this, but I am mystified by this. I am beguiled. I find it alluring. I find it tantalizing and provocative. Look at it. This is so cool. And look at that. Look at that. So thank you so much, Muffin, for this gorgeous keycap. I'm so hyped about this. Look at this thing. So, okay. All right. Dude, Muffin does make sick stuff. All right. Then I have one more. Hold on. Where did it go? I think it's in my bag in the other room. Should I run grab it? I probably should. I probably should. 1 second. I'll be right back. Hold on. Hey, 911? Yeah, it's me, Nathan. I did something dumb again. Can you pick me up? Thanks.
Bruh.
Yes, hello, this is Dr. Appa. I am here to tell you that Nathan cannot come to work today.
Give me money.
Hold on.
Bruh.
I found it. It was wrapped
Was
up in a
that
little
good
bag.
enough?
It's okay. We got it. All right, here we go. This was a gift from Rufio for being one of the Keebsmith streamers, which is an, as far as I know, heretofore unreleased sculpt. And look at that. Gorgeous. This is so great. So yeah, look at that thing. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so that's going in the Rufio row, which can we now reevaluate my artisan collection for can we get a what would you call this? Like an audit? This bottom row is all Mason of the West. This is Spooky, or this is Gooey Keys, and this is Gooey Keys, and these are Gooey Keys. These are Spooky. These are Zuwabi. Muffin. This was the collectible one from the LA meetup. This is from Patness. This is from Key Capital. And this is from Stacy. And this is from Clackies. And this is from Clackies. This is from Hungry Hustlers. This is from RN Cables. I think that's it. And then some like Rama stuff over here. Some Gooey Keys B stocks over here. And this one that my friend gave me right here. So, yeah, there you go. So yeah, there you go. I'm hyped about it. I'm really hyped. I'm gonna put a couple of these back. Actually, I think I'm just gonna put all the gooey stuff back because I think I just want to put all my resin stuff in here, and then I can put all the Rama stuff somewhere else. All the Rama drama keycaps can go somewhere else. You know, we don't need those. We don't need that kind of drama in our life. Look at all these artisans from Friends. Honestly, Gooey Keys is like super nice too. I've been DMing Gooey. I need to get back to him. But he's like the nicest guy too. Like I think he's the one artisan maker that I really liked his stuff before I met him personally. Like a lot of these artisan makers, I didn't even know they made artisans until I met them personally. And then I was like, your stuff is amazing. Mudini, thank you for the 5 months. Wow. Appreciate you being here. But yeah, Ryan, aka Gooey Keys, is the best. He's so nice. So it's like what is in the water that makes the nice people become artisan makers, you know? That makes all the wholesome people, all the like super talented and kind creative people become the artisan makers. I don't know what it is, but they're killing it. Dude, freaking. Yeah, this is so good. All right. This whole thing's still. There we go. All right. The opposite of whatever's in Ohio's water. True. Melanie speaks facts. Also, fun fact for you that I didn't know until very recently. Clover Caps, who donated a bunch of stuff to the Keebsmas giveaways, is also her partner is Key Capital, the Australian artisan maker who makes like this little Cthulhu as a Key Capital special. So, yeah, like this guy, like this guy. So that's pretty sweet. I thought that was cool. I really like Clover Caps. Clover Caps is awesome. So check them out too. I should make like a master artisan list that I can reference for you guys of all my like artisan makers that I like personally, you know? There's a lot of them that I've met and I'm like, I can personally vouch for these people. Like they're awesome people. So many artisans, so little time. Okay. Slowly becoming a resin stream. Isn't it? How did this happen? I was like the guy who was like, I'm not like an artisan guy. And now I just am like, that's what I do now. On the recent, which by the way, hold on. While I have your attention, the most recent VOD edit that I did for Xin Wang, aka Patty or Patricia. Whoop. Here's the that was fun. Just cut in on an expletive there. All right, yo, what's up? Still, here's a link for that. Okay, so if you want to go watch that. How did I? That was weird. It took my tags away for a second.
Was that good
that
enough?
That is my most recent VOD edit, and I think it's really funny. Yeah, if you like watching Patty, I think you'll like that VOD edit. It's very funny, and her sense of humor really comes through well on that one. A lot of times we try to keep it like high and tight and kind of factual to what the board is, but that one I just sort of went buck wild and really wanted to like show off her personality more. And so I'm really pleased with how that one came out. So if you want to watch it, I think you'll like it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to signal boost that video a little bit because I really like it. You know, I don't know. Anyways, okay. Well, let's do some actual freaking work, shall we? Do I have anything else housekeeping wise? I don't think so. I think that's it. But if anyone has any questions for me about the AZ Meetup 2, feel free to ask away. I'm an open book. It was a great time. Hung out with a lot of good friends. I do personally find like big groups to be a little overwhelming sometimes too. So I definitely like if I just was gone for a while and you're like, where did he go? I probably just found a really small group of people to hang out with. I think Meep could ask that. I know he's lurking or could answer that. But I think there were like 100, like somewhere between 100 and 150 people at the meetup. What was the best food I ate? The best food that I ate was Frank's photo shoot food. 151 general admission. Sheesh. With vendors. I did not go to karaoke. Karaoke is like, if you can imagine an environment where I am the least comfortable, it's karaoke. So I was like, I'm going to go do something else. So, yeah. Well, okay, so the reason is because I got home super late on Sunday. Okay, bye, Meep. Appreciate you. I got home super late on Sunday, and so we didn't really have time to talk. She was already in bed, and listen, you could have asked me questions last night, but I wanted her to sleep. I wanted her to get some rest because she was driving an hour in the snow to her job. So I was like, you know what, it's cool. I can vibe in karaoke, just don't have me sing. That's all. See, I would have gone just to sit there, but because there were other options, that's kind of why. And Gio, to answer your question, I think there was peer pressure to come, but like they were respectful and they weren't like, you have to come. And also like, if I'm not going to do something, I just won't do it. Like, it's okay. What's up, Presence? Hey, good to see you. Dude, Presence. It was nice meeting you, man. Presence and I are both sneakerheads and have the same shoe size. And that is very exciting. So, anyways, yeah. So I was like, I don't know. I didn't end up, and there were actually two groups doing karaoke, but I just ended up finding some other people. I went with Frank to with Frank. Frank had like picked out a, yeah, fair, Gio. I think it's like, you know, there was no like, let's see if we can get this guy to do something he doesn't want to. It's like, this guy clearly doesn't want to, so it's cool, you know, which I appreciate. Frank had this, like, he knew of this good restaurant in an H Mart. And you know what's really funny? So it was like, who all was there? It was me, Frank, Banditry, Appa, Vanessa, Rolly, Shure, Patty, and Tessa and Kat. We all went to this H Mart. There was like a food court there that had a whole bunch of different like Korean food. And that was also incredible. I had some Korean fried chicken there that slapped my hams. But the day after, there's a chef, there's like an Instagram chef that I follow who was posting on her story that she went to visit family in Arizona. And she went to that restaurant and was like, that was an incredibly good restaurant. It's better than a lot of the ones that I've had in LA. And I was like, dude, I was just there. And it was so validating that like Frank knows exactly what he's talking about. Cause she was like, yeah, this is great. Like this is actually like a good spot. So if you're ever in Chandler, go to the H Mart and eat at the food court. Cause they got some good stuff. It was delicious. But yeah, I did that and then tried to go to Top Golf. But fun fact, the Top Golf, in Scottsdale, their system crashed. So the app said a 15-minute wait for a walk-in. And I was like, cool. Because the other one said a 2-hour wait. And so we went to that one. And then they were like, yeah, our system's down. So we don't actually have walk-ins after we had driven like 30 minutes to get there. And so then we were like, okay, well, I guess we'll just sort of hang out and wait, you know, because we were going to meet up with Frank afterwards. But it was fine. It was just funny because they were like, yeah, the app says 15 minutes and our system's down. And I called them to confirm that they had time for walk-ins, and I got some sort of like a national line, I think, because they asked what location I was asking about, and then they basically just read me what the app said, and I was like, okay, well, good enough for me. I called and did my due diligence, and they said they could take walk-ins, and it was a 15-minute wait, and I was like, it is a little bit suspicious that one of them is 2 hours and one of them is 15 minutes, but maybe people just don't like to go to the Scottsdale one as much. And then, yeah, they were like, sorry you came all the way out here. Oh, Aki, did Appa give you, they gave us a $15 voucher to Topgolf, and we were going to give it to you. I don't know if you got it from Appa or not, but they did give us one, and I was like, we should just give it to Aki because, like, we're not going to use it. Dang. Okay. All right. Oh, 7, a croc attack. We can do set. We can get him this time. All right. The croc gave us a runaround last time, but this time, here we go. Ready? We're going for 11 again. All right. 1. I freaking hate this crocodile. I freaking hate this crocodile. I used to dunk up. Do you guys remember the early days of this crocodile? I used to get like all the teeth down, and now he's like biting me willy-nilly. What's up with you? We need to have a talk. We need to go to counseling. Our relationship is not the same. Okay, buddy? Are you all right? You're like really on edge these days. Okay, we'll work on this later. This is an off-stream problem. My goodness. Where's the dehydration? I disabled it because I'm really tired, and the thought, I'm so tired I almost didn't stream, but I was like, I need to stream because I got client work to do, and also I want to stream. But I was like, I'm just gonna disable the dehydrate because that's probably the thing that would push me over the edge. So it will be back. Don't you worry. Tonight, scammed. Oh, I know. Well, really what it means is that you guys just have a bigger opportunity to save up your points. So now you can dehydrate me to no end. It seems your workplace doesn't offer good wellness benefits. He needs some PTO. Oh, true. He is an employee, isn't he? I hadn't thought about that. Okay. Well, we'll talk afterwards. I'll see how I'll do a check-in, you know. What is the corporate way to handle this situation? Casual Friday, buy him a pizza. Done, right? That's how you make your employees happy. Okay, today we are lubing some switches. We have 70 drop Holy Panda X's and I think 70 boba, like black bobas, 65 gram. Weekly one-on-one, resolve nothing. Exactly. And donuts, you got it. These are going to both go into a TKC 1800. I believe my client is relatively new to mechanical keyboards, so I am mil-maxing a TKC 1800 for them, and I'm going to be lubing these and putting them in there. But I think it's interesting. I don't think it's the same as the previous client I had who wanted like the alphas and mods to be this one pre-actuated switch and, you know, everything else to be another one. I think it was more like they didn't realize they needed more than 70 switches, so they just got 2 sets of switches, which I think is pretty cool. Mac Frost 1969, thank you for the follow, and may I cordially welcome you. I just muted myself. This is way not worth the time now. To the bread basement. Thank you for the clip, Turtle Cat. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, we're just going to be lubing all these. And since it'll be hot swap, he'll be able to sort of move stuff around however he sees fit. But I was like, oh, what a great opportunity to be able to make someone's first keyboard hot swap, especially like a TKC 1800. It is going to be a bit of a long stream today because we have 140 switches to do. And probably on Thursday, I think I think this week's going to be packed. Every time I go back to this scene, I realize I'm adding another 15 minutes to when I'm actually going to get started on the build. But today, I'm doing the lube. Thursday, I'm going to actually mil-max and build the TKC 1800. Friday, I got a proto. Actually, no, it's not a proto. It is the production unit of an upcoming keyboard. Baby's first review unit. Huh? How about that? Thank you, Frank, for the hookup. There has already been and will be more coverage of that board. So if you see the Monster Gears Classic TKL, there's going to be 8 streams. I think there's already been 1, but Frank got the hookup. So he DM'd me and he's like, "Hey, you want to review a board?" And I was like, "You bet your butt I do." And so yeah, thank you to the godfather of keyboards for being in my corner and helping me out with that. Frank's legitimately the best, like, honestly. So Frank and I got some grease fires in the kitchen going on right now, if you know what I mean. We got some plans, and I'm very excited about them. Classic TKL looks dope. Old school Korean top mount board. Yeah, the other thing is that it's wireless, both Bluetooth and like a low frequency radio. So it's gonna be like really high speed, low latency wireless, or Bluetooth if that's your jam. So you can do both. It's got a battery spot. Like, interesting board. We're gonna check it out. I don't know, or 2.4 gigahertz dongle exactly. It's sick. It's really sick. So let me see. I got some noties. I got some noties. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of photos of stuff. If you do want to scratch that little FOMO itch or possibly make it worse, up to you. There is an Arizona meetup thread in the Keeb Life Discord, okay, which you can access here. If you want to look at pictures, see people chatting about the meetup, that's all in there. So, or if you were there and want to relive the moment, whatever floats your boat. There's just people in there, posting incredibly zoomed in photos of people's faces. Frank is posting some very close-ups, which is funny. But yeah, that's all going down in there. So, Fuzz brought the glizzy hands. I don't know if there's any photos of that. But I have a video of Frank running around with the glizzy hands on, which was very funny. So, yes. Okay. Let's loop some freaking switches already, shall we? Your boy got things to do. Close-ups. Don't shame his tiny arms. I didn't bring any tiny hands to the meetup. I should have done that. Also, Starf threatened me if I mail her tiny hands with the hat. But I think that means I have to do it because I hadn't even thought about it before that moment. Let me see the exact message. I'm going to leak another DM. I'm just leaking DMs tonight. Oh, someone's tagging me. Oh, my goodness. Go in the Discord if you want to see some photos that Akigami's taking. Okay. Hold on. I got to find Starf's DMs. Because she said something really funny. She said, may I buy a hat? This is all caps. May I buy a hat? But if you send it with those little hands, I will riot. All caps. So I think if I'm reading between the lines correctly, if I understand like interpersonal relationships, I think that means that she really wants me to send tiny hands. So I probably better do that just for the sake of our friendship. So that's what I'm going to do. So the tiny hands will be included with the Brea hat, and she will get that very soon. Yeah, exactly. Literally begging. I have no choice. My tiny hands are tied, if you will, if you know what I mean. So, all right. Also, Gio, how are you? Appreciate you being here. I know you're always here. Gio is a homie like that. And he hangs out. So, dude, the photo you posted, read between the tiny lines. The photo you posted today of that cable was stunning. I stared at it for so long because I was like, until I read your description of what you did to make that cable, I was like, okay, it's yellow inside and blue on the outside. I was like, what is going on in this photo? This is mesmerizing. So, that was sick. I feel like that one got some traction too because I saw a bunch of people posting on their stories. I think I need one more container. Not to worry. One more container. I have. Can I see the photo without social media? The photo Gio posted? Hold on. I'll pull it up. Hold on. You can also see it on Discord if you're in Gio's Discord. He's got a bot for that, and it's very handy. Or if you have a link, Gio, too, and you want to share that as well. Dispatch. All right, I'll pull it up on the green screen, though. Look at this. Look at this cable. But wait, it gets better. The yellow heat shrink. Dude, I was like, mans don't miss. Dude, this is so good. Was this like a commission or were you like messing around and came up with this combo? Because I am like, this is stunning. Such an interesting combo that came out so well. Anyways, look at that thing. Commish. All right, dude. So good, so good. So good. We do 100% gray and black cables and stuff right, but I try to post it. Yeah, okay. So like you just like make stock of the other ones. That makes sense. What order do we do? I think this. All right. Okay, chat. Should we start with the bobas or the pandas? Kind of want to start with the pandas for some reason. I don't know. I just had it in my head that that's how I should do it. Thank you, Kim. Thank you for the shout out. Also, thank you for riding to the airport with me. That was awesome. I got an Uber with Kim and her SO and me. I got to passenger princess that Uber as well. I passenger princessed all over Arizona, and it was great. Also, Kim, one of the only people in this chat who's been to Montana. Q Stupid Bullets popping up and telling us that he was punched in the face by a woman. I love that story. Every time he's here, I make a point to mention that I'm from Montana, so he will tell that story because I think it's funny. Because it's like every time he says it, I just am endlessly amused by that. All right. Why did I close those? I think I probably should leave those open. That's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Also, another fun fact. Montana keep meet when? Dude. Big Sky Country. Like, honestly, I don't know that could happen, right? Like, I'm trying to think. Snowboarding with my board? Yes. Like, if I, straight up, I don't know that people would show up. That's what I'm thinking, you know? I think, honestly, more than anything, I would just be like, come visit. You know, that's been my whole pitch is like, just come visit me. It doesn't have to be about, you can bring a keyboard if you want. I'm totally, you would 100% go? Dude, okay. Listen, it would be the craziest one-off ever for me to host a meetup in Montana. But legitimately, I got some connections here. I could make it happen for sure. No, there is an upcoming Ohio meetup, actually. Or Iowa. I mean, I know Picotee's putting it on, right? Montana meetup 2025? Dude. Would you guys go? Like I could work on it, but like, man, I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Gio. Cause like, here's where my conflict lies, right? I would hate to do this. Like, a ski trip is definitely like what you'd want to do, right? So maybe what I would do is this. I would say meet up on a weekend, show up early if you want to ski with me. You know? Like, that's what I'd probably say. But at the same time, like, the other thing is, like, I personally just get so overwhelmed by the crowds that I feel like I'd rather just have you guys come up one at a time. Does that make sense? Like, I would really rather you guys come up one at a time to hang out with me. Fruity would fly out to ski. No way. Make an appointment. AZ happened because it snowballed? Yeah. Nathan's like, stop planning. No, like, I would totally do a Montana meetup if y'all wanted to come. It's just that, like, part of it is that I couldn't have everyone over to my house, and I know a lot of people want to come partake of the whiskey closet. But I don't know. It'd be super fun though. It's beautiful out here. That's true. That is true. That's true. Okay. Well, okay. You guys have got me like mildly convinced that this could be possible. You know, I will sip whiskey with you. Mike. Okay. Yo, Johnny. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. You know what's funny? I feel like even if there was a meetup in Montana, it's probably still just as far from Geo as like any of the other meetups because Winnipeg is just far, you know? and tequila with Kim. You'll bring some mezcal. Oh, you know your boy got mezcal. I got some good mezcal too. Hold on. Let me show you what I got. 1 second. I'm not even gonna go BRB. Hold on. Okay, so this isn't all mezcal. I'll show you one of the tequilas I really like first. But I got some solid mezcals. Look at this. This slaps. If you've never tried this, it's really good. I don't know how to exactly pronounce this. Chamucos? I don't know, but it's really good, and I like it a lot. And the branding is great. And then mezcal. You want to talk mezcal? This is great. Montelobos. Really good stuff. And if you know, you know. Vida. This is good. This is good mezcal. And it goes a long way too. Doesn't take much, you know. Chef kiss. It's really good. So, got some nice bottles here. Let me put them back real quick. Yeet. Also, Espolon. Espolon is a incredible bang for the buck tequila that I really, really like. As well as I have some Don Julio 70 because that is like Madison's only spirit that she likes to drink straight. Bring gin. Oh, hey. I got a lot of good gins too. Like, dude, you guys are getting me going, okay? I got a lot of good rums. I got some really good rums. Whew. Anyways, Hendrix is good. Dude, Hendrix, I love Hendrix. Hendrix Orbium is really good. But Hendrix is just, like, you can't really beat it for the... I mean, it's getting more expensive. I was about to say you can't really beat it for the price, but... Bro, I'm moving next door. Hold on. Okay, fine. I'll get some good gin. I'll get some good rum. 1 second. We're turning this stream is now a show and tell. 1 second. Okay. These are two of my favorite rums, okay? Here we go. Booze stream, I know. Diplomatico. I don't know. I'm not sure if this is a high-end rum or not, but I freaking love it. And you can't change my mind. My mind is sealed. And I also really like this one. Plantation XO. 20th anniversary. Delicious. Delicious, delicious. You can't really go wrong with a plantation, in my opinion. But, I don't know. I'm not like the most, you know, aware of the rum scene, I guess. Also, for gin, I have I got some classics, right? But I really like this one, Roku, Japanese gin, slaps. It's actually really good. It has a very cucumber forward flavor that I love. And then I mentioned this one already, but the Hendrix Orbium limited release was like phenomenal. Hendrix, the classic Hendrix is good too, but Puerto Rican rum, dude, all right. Playing the meat, oh my goodness. Oh, also, I forgot about this one. Yo, Scott, thank you for the sub. I forgot about this one. I just picked this up recently, and I actually really like it. Cruisin' single barrel is super good. I love this. I love this stuff. So, shouts out to Cruisin', I guess. Cocktail party meetup. Let's go. All right, let's keep plugging and chugging with these things, huh? You need to come to Whiskey Fest next year in Des Moines. I would do that. Lurk for a sec while I call my mom. All right. Sounds good. So the trick here to effectively lubing a tactile switch without losing tactility is that you don't lube the leg of the switch stem. I mean, it's pretty obvious if you already knew that. 1 second. That one tried to get away from me. I'm too fast for it. But if you know, you know. Most of y'all in here have lubed many a switch, you know? Soju cocktails. Okay, so soju was something that I'd never had till I hung out with Frank. And it was fun. Well, Roboto, I actually did put my menu, my cocktail menu, in my Discord if you want to see it. I think it's in general chat a ways back. But I had a whole cocktail menu that I offer my friends when they come over. And I don't currently... Oh, my cat's scratching on something. I don't currently have all the ingredients. Actually, I can post the actual link to the thing. I think... Will this work? I think this will work if you're in my Discord. Did I hear soju? I don't know if that'll work. But anyways, that's the oh yeah, it will. Cool. Yeah, that's like some of those are like cocktails I came up with, some of those are obviously classics, but yeah. There you go. It's fun. I love mixology. And you know what there's like a what I really think needs attention. This is what I discovered through my time as an amateur mixologist is that we're talking about cocktails now, banditry. Is that there's a severe lack of mocktails, i.e. non-ABV cocktails, zero ABV cocktails that are interesting, artisanal, worth drinking, that aren't just like, oh yeah, we replaced the spirits with like ginger ale or something. You know, I think those are so lame. Like, so I've got a bunch of mocktails that I've worked on over the years that I built from the ground up to be non-alcoholic first. So they don't feel like you're just like missing something, you know? Because I've got friends who don't drink and I want them to feel included if they're over, you know? And also friends who do, but just don't, you know, I don't know. To a point of clarification, I don't personally drink to get drunk. I've never actually been drunk, and people at my house who come for cocktails don't get drunk either. So it's very much like a, you know, one or two and done kind of vibe, and we're just sort of here to hang out with each other type thing. It's not like a party atmosphere, to clarify. So there's some people who like they want one drink and then they just want a mocktail, and it's like, yeah, cool. Like that's I want to offer you something very interesting. You know, you're not just like, it's not just water. It's not just something that feels like it's got a hole in the middle because you replaced a spirit that was a critical component, you know? Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. So, I don't know. It's also, like, to me, I find it to be I find it annoying. It's like draining. It's not, well, it's draining to be like the only sober person in the room, right? So it's like, it is kind of nice to be like, yeah, we're just going to hang out and talk and drink nice cocktails and stuff. You know what I mean? It's good. It's a fun vibe. It's a vibe. It's a mood. It is what it is. All those contrite sayings that I say far too often. Know what I mean? It's cool though. I had a very nice pour with Frank. It was I think it was a Willet. It was very good. It was at a cigar lounge that Frank knew about in Arizona that had an insane menu of like barrel picks that the store had made that was really, really good. So I appreciated him taking me there, enjoying some spirits. Yeah, I'd have a tough time not trying all your drinks. That's fair. That's why a lot of my friends are like, well, I'll just have to come back. And I'm like, hey, bet. I'll see you there. It takes a lot of work to prep for those kinds of events too, because I have a shopping list of the things I need to buy for those events. And it's like I have to go the night before. I have to get a lot of citrus mostly, but like garnishes, things like that. And then I have to juice and peel a lot of the citrus just to speed the process up. Because if you're hand squeezing lemons and limes for every drink for like 30 people, you're going to be there forever and you're never going to be hanging out at your own party. So you just want to like you got to spend like 2-3 hours juicing your citrus, bottling it up, making, I think there's like 7 or 8 simple syrups you have to make to be able to cover all those cocktails. So you got to make all that. It takes a little bit of time, but it's very fun. Just to be able to give someone something they've never had before. What it also does is it makes you never want to go out to drink anymore. Like, there's very few cocktail lounges now in Bozeman where I'm like, this is worth my time and money, because it's like I could make a better cocktail for a lot less money at home. What am I doing here? But there is a speakeasy in town that I really like that has fascinating cocktails that it's like ingredients that would be either prohibitively expensive for me or just too much of a pain to deal with, or like, they're buying them in bulk and I'd be buying them in like small amounts. You know what I mean? That's what I like. And this place is crazy. No signage, this massive door that's so big, you don't even recognize that it's a door. And then it's like wall to wall velvet and just like dim light, low key energy. People are quiet, like they're just playing jazz and you're just sort of sitting around. And then they have like, kind of like they'll have like, it's not like dinner, but it's like tacos or, something like that. That's a little bit more upscale than your classic bar food, but it's still not like a meal. It's called the Devil's Toboggan. And it's a really great spot. I love it. And I'm happy they did actually, I think, have to put up signage after the pandemic after things started reopening, because like every restaurant was struggling, and to not have signage up in that environment is pretty devastating. So I think they're advertising now, but it used to just be one of those, like, if you know kind of things. And we also had a ton of new people move here during the pandemic that like probably had no idea. It was like a thing that all the locals knew about before. It's like up above the barber shop in this like business park, and like people didn't know it was there, and so like I think they had to start advertising just to make sure they could stay in business. But yeah, it's rough when you can buy a beautiful bottle of whiskey for the price of like 3 to 4 brutal quality drinks. I know, and this place isn't. I mean, it's like $18 to $20 for a cocktail, which is a lot, but typically the price of all of the components is like prohibitively expensive. And it's just kind of, you're paying for the atmosphere, you're paying for the vibe, the fact that it's not crowded, the fact that it's not loud, the fact that it's like low key and respectful. That's what I like about it. I think there's only like 1 or maybe 2 places like that in Bozeman. I think really that's the only one that I ever really go to. That's my kind of vibe. That's where you can catch me. Yeah, low key place. I'm not a party guy, Never have been. Paying more for the experience the bonus is that the drinks are phenomenal. Like, they're better than what I make for sure. So, and not to brag, but I'll typically be in like your average bar setting and be like, my cocktails are way better than this. But that place is like, dang, I wish I could make drinks like this. If If you and Mrs. Brett come to Dallas, I'll take you some places with the bartender, custom make you a drink based on your taste. Okay, so I've heard of places like this where they don't really have a menu so much as they have a bunch of knowledgeable bartenders. I don't know if this is what you're describing, but this is what I've heard of. And they just sort of talk to you, and once they find out some stuff about you, they just make you a drink. And I gotta say, like, of all of the things I could, like, career change into, that sounds like a really fun one. You know? Like, because I do that for my friends at my parties, where they, like, a lot of the friends who've come over have, like, never really tried a higher end cocktail. And they'd be like, I'll just sort of walk through some stuff with them. Do you like this? Do you like that? Do you like this? Do you like ginger? Do you like citrus? Do you like sweet? Do you like bitter? They'll be like, blah, blah, blah. And then I'll just make them something and be like, well, do you like this? And, oh, they'll try again if you don't like it? That's sick. Dude, that's my kind of jam. Like, because I could even throw out cocktails that I really love, like the Paper Plane. If you've never tried a Paper Plane, that one's like an S tier cocktail. And the fascinating thing about it, there's a lot of interesting things about it, is that it's equal parts. So it's equal parts bourbon, lemon juice, Aperol, and Amaro Nonino, which is almost impossible to make equal parts cocktail that really tastes good. But also, it is like universally appealing somehow. Like your Negroni boys who love the bitter to the very end, you know, they love it. You're like, I love, you know, sweet cocktails and like the, you know, sweet and sour margarita mix. They love it. You know, it's like, I don't know what it is about that, but that cocktail is so good. Like, if you've never tried a Paper Plane, if you're ever in a place that serves them, try it, because it's also equal parts. So it's kind of hard to mess up if you're a good bartender. So I don't know. Yeah, that one. And also some bars will garnish it with an actual little Paper Plane on a clip. Like Death & Co, I know, will like use a little paper clip to clip on a tiny airplane, like a folded paper airplane. And it's so cute. I like that Kim knows this. This confirms my theory that we're just like somehow already friends from a long time ago or something like that. But like, I've met almost no one who has heard of that cocktail before, and it's been my favorite for like 4 years. Like, you can look at that bar menu. I've probably made like 5 times as many cocktails as are on that menu, but that one has always been my favorite, and it might always be my favorite. There's also a cocktail called the Final Ward, which is a twist on the last word, and it uses something called green chartreuse, and it is so good as well. That one, if you've never tried that, stuff with chartreuse is incredible. It's an amazing spirit. It's made by monks in France who have a secret formula, like the Krabby Patty secret formula, in their monastery, and you can only buy it from them. And it's pretty expensive. There's a green version and a yellow version. And it's just made with a bunch of different types of like herbal aromatics and stuff. And it's got this really distinct flavor. But yeah, the last word, if you can find it, you'll probably never find the Final Ward, because that's a Death & Co twist on the last word. But it's incredible. I think it's on my cocktail menu if you have that link still. But okay. Let's get some 105 involved. And then we were gonna tub lube these springs. I love that you have a cocktail menu. Well, yeah, I mean, it's like when you're I was hosting enough I used to have a little moleskin notebook that I would just hand around. But there were a couple problems with that. First of all, it had all my notes, because I'll sometimes like just take an evening and I'll just make a cocktail multiple times, and I'll tweak stuff and I'll change stuff and I'll write down all my notes and I'll just really try to dial it in. But all my notes are in that notebook. I can show you the notebook if you want, but I have 2 of them. I can't remember where the other one is, but I have one that's like a little bit more cleaned up. That's what I typically use. But like all my notes are in there. And then also there's only one of them. So like, you're handing someone like my handwriting chicken scratch with a lot of irrelevant information, and there's only one, so people are like looking over each other's shoulders and they're trying to read it. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna make a list of cocktails, and then the like anal retentive like detail part of my brain was like, well, you got to make it nice graphic design wise. So that's where that came from. But I'll show you. I'll here. Let me run and grab the book. I'll be right back. Hold on. So I have yeah, this is what I'll normally be working out of at a party. So this has a little bit more cleaned up. There's not a lot of notes in here. It's mostly just the recipe, the proportions. But what I do is when someone orders a cocktail from me on the menu, there's a number in like fine print associated with it, and that corresponds to the page here, so I can more easily find it, because they're in like a pretty like random order, basically the order in which this one I forgot to name. This cocktail doesn't have a name. But just sort of the order that I developed them and got them like prepped for parties and stuff. So, and then some of them I think my wife illustrated a little bit. I want to say maybe this is the other. Oh no, here, like this one she did a little illustration in the corner. Fish House Punch, by the way. Good cocktail. I forgot about that one. Diamondback, also a good cocktail. That one's pretty strong. I need a copy of this notebook. Yeah. Old Fashioned with a hat. No, this is my cocktail menu reference book of things I've developed over the years. And this is what I'm looking at when people at my house parties are ordering cocktails. Aviation's a solid cocktail too. So yeah, when people order a cocktail, they can see the name and a basic description of it, but there's also a number. So they'll just tell me the number and the name and number of the cocktail they want, and then I'll just like pull it up in my book and I'll make it for them. And there's, how many are in here? 50 something, I think. I started going on both sides of the pages after a while. 51. Yeah, there's 51 in here. Hibiscus Gin Fizz. That one's fun. The Sidecar is another classic. Jungle Bird. That one's got a lot of pineapple juice in it. The Jungle Bird is one of those cocktails that I wanted to include on my menu, but it's the only one that requires pineapple juice, which I always do fresh. So I buy a pineapple and I cut it up and I juice it. And it requires the like leaves of the pineapple as a garnish, because I go hard on the garnishes. But it's like the only one. So I've often thought about cutting it, because it would just make the menu so much simpler to not have to buy a pineapple and do that every party, because you're not going to use a whole pineapple's worth of juice. And so you just have, I mean, I still drink the juice, but it's like, anyways, I don't know. It's like, but it's such a classic that I'm like, I can't cut that. I gotta have that. Yeah. It's my home. I have a menu of cocktails that I offer to people. Here, I'll repost the link real quick. If you're in my Discord, if you're not in my Discord, you can't see that. But if you're in my Discord, you can see that. That's my cocktail menu. Another list of friends have come over. Well, I don't have like a list of friends, I guess. I had a group, like a Facebook group of friends that would come over frequently for this kind of event, but it'd be more likely I'd just be like, because I try to keep it on the DL, you know, like keep it limited to friends who I knew are going to be responsible, and you know, so it wasn't ever like a huge number all at once. It was usually more like 10, 15 people at a time. There's a local like a meat and cheese shop that will do a charcuterie boards, and so we get one of those, and we'd get that all set up, or we'd like roll sushi or do something like that, and make cocktails. I did a New Year's Eve one at one point. That was kind of fun. But yeah, I don't know, just kind of a chill vibe, low key, hang out. If I'm ever up north, board and bourbon, you got it. For real though, like not a joke. Hit me up. Charcuterie is everything. So there's this place called Maven's Market in Bozeman, and you can bring them a charcuterie board, like an empty board, anything you want really, any vessel. But I have a charcuterie board, and I'll bring it to them, and I'll say, okay, here's my budget. Here are the kinds of cheeses that I like. I'll see you in 2 hours, and then you leave, and you come back, and they say, here's your board. We stayed under budget with like the cheese by weight that we put on here, or we just maybe sometimes I'll be like, you can go over if you want, but like, try to stick to this ish. And yeah, and then they'll just give you your charcuterie board, and they kill it every time. And I have a friend who made me a mahogany charcuterie board as a gift one time. So we have this massive charcuterie board with a leather handle. Bring that in, be like, yo, load her up. It's really good. I'll be at this place on the daily. Dude, the other thing about them is they have, not only do they have a huge selection of like olive oil, chocolate, meats, and cheese, they have a deli attached that will do like you can swap out the cheese on any of their sandwiches with any of the cheeses they have on hand. So if you want a panini with like Alp Blossom, which is like this cheese that's rolled in flowers, they'll do it. They'll go get some Alp Blossom and they'll price your sandwich accordingly. But like they have like I think it's in-house gelato that they make as well. It's sick. It's a really cool vibe. And what's even better, right next door is, well, actually not. It's like a street down, but it's really close. Walking distance. Yes, Mrs. Brad knows. There's an ice cream shop that makes ice cream in-house, and every Christmas season, every winter, midwinter, like Thanksgiving and Christmas type timeline, they have an ice cream where they soak a bunch of like fir tree and pine tree needles in the cream before they churn it. And then they add like huckleberries afterwards. So it's like huckleberry and sort of pine flavored. And it sounds weird, but trust me when I say this, it's like the best ice cream in the world. And like it's upsettingly seasonal, but when it comes around, it's incredible. I know it sounds disgusting, but like for real, once you've tried it, it's like I get it now. It has like sort of this mint. It has like kind of this menthol type flavor to it that pine needles kind of have too. So there's something about it that just my northern heart really loves. I don't know. It just reminds me of being in the mountains. And maybe if you aren't like super fond of like going out in the mountains and just smelling the air up there, I don't know. Cyborn also, hello, good to see you. Pine makes a nice herb tasting though. Pine is amazing. Every time I'm cutting up pine in my garage, like I'm doing woodworking, I'm like, man, this just smells good. Pine is nice. I love pine. Underrated wood species. Actually not. It's adequately rated because it's in everyone's house. Doesn't it make tea? I love the smell of pine, but would never eat it. Oh, well, I mean, it is interesting that, like, once it becomes ice cream, though, it's different, right? It's different. Stinging nettles to make tea. I've heard of that, and I've actually had prickly pear cactus soda. Carbonated beverage. What's up, Elquan? Hey, I looked in your stream a little bit today. I was at work and I was like looking for a place to vibe. And to be perfectly honest, you were distracting me with your Apex prowess. And I had to make the tab a little bit smaller. So my boy was Rudy Tooty aiming shooting. As an amateur herbalist, I'm big mad that we don't have certain fir trees to make tea from. Oh, interesting. Apex has been rough today. Really? Dude, you were I don't know. If that's rough for you, that's wild, man. I'm like, also you're so calm about it. I'm like I'm like DEFCON 5 whenever I'm taking a single bullet in that game, and you're just chilling, you know? Incredible. Yucca sodas, pretty unique, not for everyone. Interesting. Interesting. We have a yucca plant that's been a bit of a problem child in our not in our marriage, but in our household. We bought it, and then it started to die right away, and we couldn't really resuscitate it. And then my wife was like, we should get rid of this thing. And I was like, nah, I think we can bring it back. And both of us were wrong because it didn't come back. It just grew 2 new yuccas kind of around the dead stump of its fallen comrade. And now those 2 yuccas, I think, are bigger than the original. And it's kind of vibing in our room. So that's nice. I love having plants in our space. You know, I got some plants in the stream room. I'd like to have more. But yeah, that yucca plant has been a weirdo. I watered him today, by the way, Mrs. Bray. Mons Geek M1. Honestly, I don't have an opinion because I've never even heard of it, frankly. That's not one that's come across my desk, so yeah, maybe someone in chat would know more, but yeah, for me, I'm just not. I don't know about that one. But thanks for asking. Boom, yucca soda. All right. Number 2 reason why people leave is food. Number 1 is the mental capacity to stay. All right. Where are chat pause due to scroll? Licorice is my nemesis. Yeah, she really doesn't. Oh, the show alone. My in-laws love that show. Yeah, if you don't like absinthe either, you probably would hate this, I'd imagine, right? Right? I bet that's a truth that I just said. Because absinthe is very abstraction, hello. Absinthe is very licorice-y. Licorice forward. There's a guy on TikTok. I think he's been on that show. People ask, can you make a blank? And he says, yeah. And then he whips an axe from nothing. I think I've seen that guy. Got a little fuzz on there. Got to pick that out. Okay, so I think I mentioned this earlier, chat. This is, I mean, I apologize if this is pedantic if you know what I'm talking about already, which is probably true for almost everyone. But on a tactile switch, the thing that makes it tactile is this little dip right here. This little piece that my white brush handle is touching is the stem, is the little leg of the stem. And because there's a little dip there, it's not like straight down. That makes it tactile. You know this, right? Well, you can put lube on that if you want, but it reduces the tactility. So unless I'm specifically asked to do it, I will not lube that because people buy tactiles for the tactility. So yeah, that's the deal. So you got to just be slightly more careful when you're lubing a tactile switch to not apply lube there. But it's just one thing to just keep in the back of your little brain, you know? Your brain's not little. My brain's... I have small brain days. Don't be hard on yourselves, people. You got big brains. Sometimes you have a small brain day, though. Maybe you're stressed out. I don't know. I got a job interview tomorrow. And I hope I don't have a small brain day tomorrow. You know? Tomorrow would be a great day to have a big brain day. Because I would very much like to get this job. And it's my 3rd interview with this company. So you could say things are going well. And I was supposed to have this interview last week. But the VP of engineering was sick. And that's who I was supposed to speak with. And so it didn't happen. But that's all right. These, you know, my wife is much smarter than I am. And she said, you know, it's probably for the best because you would have been checking your phone all weekend. And she's 100% right. I would have been checking my phone all weekend, being like, did I get the job? Did I get the job? I would have been distracted. And I want to be on my A game when I'm meeting friends for the first time. It is at lunch. It's at 1 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. So, yeah. I don't know. It's funny. It's like, I will frequently complain to my wife, and then she will say something that just is like, yeah, you right. You right, though. And now I can't complain because this is actually for the best. And I so appreciate that. Is the job remote? It is indeed. Yes. That's a big perk for me. That's what I've been looking for, you know? Especially a day like today when it was so icy. There were 2 accidents on the way to work and 2 accidents on the way home. And I was like, am I really taking my life in my hands for this? What are we doing right now? And, yeah, it'll be good. Wifeys always know the true. It's true. It is true. Did I not have a spring here, or did it fly away? This is concerning. 1 second. How many springs are in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I didn't have a spring there. Okay. That was a little bit of a whoopsie there. Forgot to put a spring down. I'm a professional. Totally printing that lube station. This is laser cut, but you absolutely could print this. This was from Lubed Switches, I think, but I'm pretty sure SM Keyboards is the one who makes it. I'm looking for another remote job. It's so nice. Summers here are a punishment when wearing work clothes. Oh, I'm lucky that I can wear whatever I want. So that's not been an issue. But I can't imagine in Louisiana, like with the humidity, wearing work clothes, that seems like a nightmare. My goodness, I couldn't do it. I couldn't be me. I just wear jeans and a t-shirt pretty much all the time. Pretty much whenever I can. That's what I'll be wearing. Put on a little jacket over it. Not gonna lie, scrubs are where it's at. Interesting. Is this the Gravity Falls theme song? It totally is. Outside, 100% humidity and 100 degrees. Inside, 50 degrees with the AC blasting. But it's also 100% humidity with the AC blasting. So that sounds incredibly cold. What on earth? No, thank you. See, let me offer you this. 15-20% humidity at 100 degrees for a week. And then back to 85. You know? That's the summers here. It gets hot every once in a while. The worst part, though, I will say, if there's one thing I really hate about the summers here is the wildfire smoke, because typically part of the Pacific Northwest or just the Northwest will catch on fire, and it just blows through here, and there's nothing to stop it, and it just gets so smoky. Because it's just so dry out here. Everything just like lights up. So really hoping there's a lot of moisture this spring. A lot of remaining moisture this winter, so that's not as likely. Last summer was pretty good. There was a bit of a flare up at the end, but the majority of the summer was thankfully very clear in comparison to the rest of the time that I've spent here. Like the previous summer was, I almost couldn't go outside because my asthma is pretty bad, and the whenever the forecast says the air quality index is bad for sensitive groups, that's me. So I can't go outside or really do much of anything. And like as soon as you start coughing and sort of tasting that taste, it's like, ugh, that's something, you know, this is getting bad. So it's all right. If that's the only downside, weather bad for nerds. If you are in software or IT, please don't go outside. I know that's not a stretch to ask you to stay inside, but still. It's cool. It is nice that at my current office building, we have like a world-class air filtration system. So it's actually very nice during both allergy season and smoke season to be at the office. But it was just like dipping in and out of your car in between was not fun. And, you know, my house doesn't have quite the air filtration system that our work does. So it's like, you know, it is what it is, right? I'm just not realizing your little tool stand. Yeah, that's I think exclamation point stand. That is from I won this from Frank on a giveaway, but it's from it's either from Lube keyboards or it's from SM. That's who it is. I know that he got it from Lubed, but I think it was either a giveaway from them or they were like a vendor, but SM makes it. And it's incredibly handy. It's like I've been using it for over a year and it's like it holds everything that I want. Yeah, SM, they are. And they made this. And so they actually gave me a follow. And I proceeded to go full cringe mode and be like, started shilling all their products that I have. But I just really like them. You know how I be. You know what I am. Which acrylic color you want? Yes, I know. I thought it was a 3D printer to my left. Wait, over here? I do have a 3D printer, but it's in the garage. I have two. I have a filament based one and a resin based one. Yes, you can. Let me go find the cat. One moment, please. We're going to go on a cat quest. I'll be right back. I have succeeded. How you doing? You kind of sleepy? I think she's a little sleepy. She just hit 7 pounds too. I'm trying to see if she wants to meow, but I think she's just falling asleep. Good night. Okay, well you can go down. All right, there she goes. We can actually... there she is. Bye. Oh, she's sitting. She's sitting, and she's so small that the symbol completely covers her. Now you can't see her at all. Okay. Well. Trust me, she's there. Did the music stop? What's going on? There it is. We were between songs. That's fine. She is a magnificent creature. Let's get these 2 stems done and close up this row, huh? Sounds like a plan to me. Whoa! I did like a whole octave there. That kind of scared me a little bit. Not gonna lie. The stinking gnome, man. One day I'm gonna evict that gnome, but for now he lives here. You know, he's a resident, and that's okay. Had to do it to him. You had to do it to him. You know. Your jump scare karaoke, if you will. All right, let's put some tops on these things. Huh? Dude, I feel like my voice is still kind of hoarse, and I wasn't even doing anything that would hoarse your voice. What's up, Spaceballs? I met Spaceballs this weekend. How are you? I know I get hyper focused when lubing, so it seemed like, yeah, it is. That is the way. I appreciate you guys hanging out too. I'm still dead. Like, I know lubing's not the most interesting thing, and I'm also doing it without you being able to see what I'm doing, so that's cool. Pro streamer right here. But it's cool. Good to meet you, Space. King Z-Man, thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate that. We're here for the alcohol talk. Well, that is, you know, we ceased that, but we can still talk. Have a good night, Muffin. Thank you for hanging out. I'll be in touch, too, because I got some thoughts. I got some ideas. Some things I'm stewing on. Good, all good things. All good things. All good things. Oh, Fruity's leaving. Oh, Fruity got a dip. Hey, I saw your Instagram DM. I'll be in touch. I appreciate you, Fruity. It was an actual pleasure to meet you. You were super cool. So thank you for hanging out with me, and that was fun. Love a good stew. I do too. My wife makes a killer stew. That is like a dish where anytime she makes it, I'm down. I don't care what's going on. If she's like, I'm making stew for dinner, I'm like, hey, yo. Save me the whole bowl. No, wait, no. What did you have? Did you have it on stream? Lurking and listening, dude. I do that a lot too. An F? No, you did? You bought it today? Dude, what color? Like an F1 8X? Or is it a 722? Showed some... oh, it's an E-white. Let's go. F1 8X. Nice. Dude, I want to... that's one of my boards I want to get my hands on at some point. The man went hard. Did he? By hard, do you mean did he get the polycarb bottom? V2 this summer? Oh, nice. How many remortgages did you do? Didn't go to AZ, so no PC bottom. Okay. Didn't go to AZ, so I bought an F1. Gio, I typed on a polycarb bottom F1 at the Arizona meetup, and I gotta say, I think you're onto something. I think you are maybe right about things. You know, not that I didn't think that before, but I think you're maybe on to something with that. It was a price I couldn't say no to. Okay, well, there you go. Yeah, I heard there was going to be a round 2. Or a version 2? Something 2. A sequel. Or a restock? I don't know. I am bummed I missed the Cream 722 drop, but I've heard on good authority that the 722's not quite the same as the 8X in terms of the experience. So, it is a V2. Do you know what's changing? We'll have to hear one. Yeah, okay. Do you know also am I crazy, or is he working on a W1AT either restock or second revision as well? Front height's not the same. Oh, okay. There will be more. Okay. Because the W1AT is a keyboard that I'm bummed I missed out on. And you know how I feel about the Long Boy. The Onyx is one of my favorite boards. I wish I had gotten my hands on a Protozoa Foundation. And also the Calliope is the Calliope is the one board that like I will probably never own, that I just desperately wish I could own one. But it was a private group buy, and I don't know. It's not meant to be, right? I saw one at the meetup though, and I was like, I need it. But it's okay. I don't even care the color. If I could ever get my hands on one, because I'd probably just get it Cerakoted anyways. If it was a color I didn't want, you know, like if it. No offense against pink boards, but like, if I ever got a pink one, I'd probably Cerakote it for sure. If I got a black one, I might reconsider, but. Also, okay. Geo, please close your ears, okay? I don't want you to think less of me. I can't have that. What's up, Eka? But I have always hated Topra so much. I've always hated it. And I've always thought, I've typed on a Norbaforce. I've typed on a Heavy Grail. And I own currently an HHKB. And there's something about it that to me, I can't describe it, but it feels cheap. It feels cheap. I think it's the upstroke that I hate. The downstroke feels nice. The upstroke I don't like the sound or feel of. But I'm here to say that I'm not fully going to repent and recant, but Big Beat Ken had a live oak, and it was incredible. It was the best feeling Topper board I've ever typed on. And so, you know, I had to eat my words a little bit, and I said, you know what, Ken, heck of a board you got here, my guy. It had CRP on it too, and I was like, you know what, I got no notes. This is a good board. This is a great board even. So, that happened last meetup, but with Zykos. Zykos was the Franken switch that I always thought was overpriced because it was crazy expensive. It's like $2 a switch if you buy all the parts, and I still think it's overpriced. Like I don't think anyone should be paying $2 for a switch. It's a switch, man. But like Zykos are amazing. They're just hands down my favorite switch right now. So I don't know. Hate to say it, but that is my favorite. It was the CRP. Well, I'm really excited for my CRP to show up. I got in on R5. I have no idea what to expect as far as a timeline because I know the previous CRP took forever. But like, I am excited to get it. And I had to go with the classic tulip base. Silence Heavy Grail is S tier. Interesting. I don't know enough about Topper to know if that's what I was trying. It was at a meetup. It was at the LA meetup that someone had a Heavy Grail. But yeah, I don't know. I'm also, part of it too is that mine is a bone stock HHKB because I can't figure out how to mod it. I opened it and I panicked and I closed it. And I was like, bro, I don't know about this. This is a lot. And then I went and watched a couple VODs of other people. Oh, okay. Silence gives you not clacky. Okay, because the clacky upstroke to me is what's like the most grating thing about it. So maybe I don't have a silenced one. I don't know. It's all the way up. It's so far. It's so far away. It's all the way up there. I can't reach it. It's okay. Can you silence them yourselves? Because I know I started looking into vendors who sell parts, and I saw a lot of like these little O-ring things you could buy or gasket type, like a per switch little O-ring deal or whatever. Okay. You really tried out of sight, out of mind. Well, I don't want to get rid of it because I feel like every board I keep has to be unique in some way, and of course it's the only Topper one, so I have to. What switch are those? Pretty easy. Okay. Well, the other thing was like there were a million, like I don't know if they were thicknesses or hardnesses or something, but I was like overwhelmed with choices, so I didn't buy anything. But I was like, they weren't that expensive. I was just like, what do I do? Stock HHKB is not great. Desk keys rings are nice. Okay. Interesting. All right. Well, maybe it's someday on stream we can have someone like Geo walk me through this, and I'll get all the appropriate parts, and we can do baby's first Topra mod because I don't know what I'm doing. Just get the number 3 silencing rings and be done. Okay. If you're down, Geo, I do think it would be helpful for other people too, because I can't be the only one who's just so intimidated by HHKB modding. Because the other thing was like, I couldn't figure out how to hold it without all the parts falling out too, because I'm like, this is different. Like, there's little rubber things and springs that were coming off the PCB, and all the switches were flopping around, and I was like, what do I even do? My posture is bad. What do I do? So it's somehow like, despite the fact that it's popular in the sense that the people who love it are like diehard, but it's not popular in the sense that like it doesn't have even close to the market share that MX has. So I think a lot of people are just like, I don't know what to do with this. Just accept things are going to fall out and who cares. That's fair. I'm just worried I'd lose stuff. If you stream, you can find missing springs. That's true. And rewind the VOD. Because the other thing was like, I want to mod my keyboard on stream, but I also don't want to. Like, I hadn't thought of the idea of having like air traffic control helping me land the plane. But before that, I was like, I'm gonna skip this. This is words. Before I was like, I feel like I need to mod one first before I go on stream and do it. But chaos is content, but like despair is not. And that's what I'm trying to avoid is like rage ending stream because I don't know what I'm doing. So I think like having someone there to help me and just calm me down. That would be nice. Ooh. I've been really congested, but I tried some of Appa's Tiger Balm. Okay, as much as I made fun of like her Eastern medicine thing every time she streams, honestly, it's kind of nice. It's like an extra strong Vicks vapor rub, and it worked very well. But now it wore off and my congestion is back. Whew. I'm trying to stay far away from Chopra, but if I did succumb to temptation, I'm definitely sending my boards to someone else to build. Most of the streams I watch just to watch a streamer struggle, so that's why soul streams are so popular. That's true. That's true. Tiger Balm for everything. I know. Yeah, I think it does like it really like kind of burns in like an icy hot kind of way that I wasn't anticipating, and it's a slow burn. Like you put it on and you're like, "Oh, okay." And then like 10 minutes later you're like, "Ooh! It's doing something." I feel like you get a lot of me struggling on stream anyways, whether it's struggling to actually get started with the keyboard content or I don't know. Do you guys remember the stream when I pulled the standoffs out of the Balder with like a pair of pliers and acetone and like a chamois to not scratch it? That was terrifying. That was a very scary stream. I still can't believe I didn't break anything because by all rights I should have, you know. That was a dumb idea, but it's okay. We take those. That's why I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm a bit of a normie, but I like watching Ludwig play Jump King for the same reason, where it's like hours of struggling and you can just sort of put it on in the background, and then as soon as he starts like freaking out, then you tune in and watch. Content is a weird term to use. I feel like your goal should be true to yourself, you know? That's an interesting take because I agree with you, right? But I had a lot of interesting conversations with people this weekend about streaming because it's like one of the things a lot of us had in common. I spent a lot of time talking to Patty and Frank and Appa specifically about streaming and just the ins and outs and ups and downs of making things to go on the internet. And, you know, one of the truisms of this is that what you get out of it is up to you, right? So for some people, streaming it's about community. It's about, it's about family, right? It's like building up a bunch of people to hang out together and to have community. And I think especially during the pandemic when people were isolated, that was huge. But for me, I love content. I think I always will love edited content more than live content, but I just like making content. So while I do agree with you, Zoabi, you should try to be true to yourself. I think what I've realized is that for me, making good content is what makes me tick. That's my whole deal. That's what I want to do with life. But if you are disingenuous and you just want to make content to get popular or get views or whatever, and it's not something you care about, like people see right through that, right? So I don't know. It's an interesting thing, and it's ultimately just what you want to get out of it, And maybe you're somewhere in between too, but like my perspective on streaming is that I really love that people show up to watch my stream, but the the one and only goal I have when I hit go live is to make a stream that's more entertaining than my last stream. That's more fun to watch or fun to be a part of than my last stream. It's not how many people show up. It's not, how many chatters are there or messages get posted or whatever. It's just like I want it to be engaging and I want to raise the bar somehow. And that obviously I don't always meet that goal. Like today I'm really tired and I have it's like I got stuff that I got to get done so I'm live, but like ultimately that's what I want, is to make interesting content. So, having said that, like I love streaming, but then you keep trying, that it is draining. It is draining. And it's funny because I had a podcast for a while, and I gave up on it eventually because I ended up discovering the thing that drew me into podcasting was the optimization. I was like, how do I optimize this to like the technical aspects? How do I make everything so smooth that I can sit down, shoot, because we filmed it, shoot, edit, post, podcast as quickly as possible. And once my cohort and I, like my friend who was my partner on this, figured that out and really nailed it, and we realized that it was kind of 80-20, where like the amount of effort and money that would go into improving it beyond what we had was prohibitive and categorically not worth it. We abandoned the whole podcast because it was no longer entertaining. So I don't know. I just found that was an interesting aspect. Now, Twitch has not really been the same for me, because even on the days when I know I didn't one up my previous stream, I'm still satisfied because even though my goal is to one up myself, I am very pleased that I have a community and a following. So the fact that I'm here and people are chatting is like very encouraging to me, right? It makes me want to stay involved with this. I think that's why I've been doing this for 2 years and I'm still doing this, because one-upping yourself is draining and it's not sustainable. But yeah, I think podcasts in the 90th percentile have 20 some odd viewers. Really? Dang. I've ended all my hobbies in a similar way unless there's a community involved. So that's what I'm thinking, right? That's why streaming has been going longer for me than a lot of my hobbies. However, I don't want to be like doom and gloom and like sorry, but my ultimate goal in life in terms of content creation, because I think content creation is a part of my DNA. I think like I've always been a content creator. I've always made YouTube videos or whatever, little skits and with stuff with my friends. It's just the platform I'm posting on has changed over the years. And I never really thought Twitch would be one of the ones that I used, but my end game is edited content. My ultimate form of self-expression is edited content. And my stream, I attempt to get it to the point where it's close in experience to edited content, but it's never going to be, because it's long form and it has to be long form, and that's the reality of it. But I am going to start producing edited content that's not keyboard related this year. My goal is to make 5 videos by the end of the year. I've been writing out a game plan that I've started executing on already. And I think, if you have to ask me like 5-10 years from now, and it's not going to be on this YouTube channel either. It won't be on Interloper Creative. It's going to be completely separate from the brand I've set up for Interloper. But I will be telling you guys about it. I will push it. Because I do want to be able to show you guys what I'm working on, because I think you'll like it. I think that if you like this stream, you'll still like the content, even though it's not keyboard specific, but it's different. It's very different. But it's what I actually care about. It's like, you know, the question, like, if you suddenly had infinite time and money, what would you do? Honestly, like, there's a lot of things I would do, but on that list would be making YouTube videos. The I did a thing. Yeah, it's kind of like maker content, like William Osman, Michael Reeves, I did a thing. That's what I want to make. Like, and keyboards is very adjacent, right? But yeah, I don't know. At some point, I was planning a podcast for mental health at a nonprofit. Interesting. Being kind to yourself instead of competing is a different self-relationship. I mean, pushing is good, but knowing limits and boundaries. True. And so one of the big differences is your mindset, right? Like, are you going to beat yourself up if you don't meet your own standards? Because you probably never will, right? Like, straight up, one of the hard lessons I've learned in life is I have never published anything that I can't find a flaw in. There has never been one thing in the world that I've ever produced and released that I can't immediately point out a flaw in, and that's okay. Like, that's the reality of the situation. Everybody probably feels like that. Quentin Tarantino feels like that, I'm sure. You know, like, every director feels like that. Every artist feels like that. Like, it's just the reality of the situation. You are always going to be your own worst critic. So, like, it's a very delicate line to stand on, but, like, I do want to improve. Like, yo, Lydia, hey. Self-improvement is very important to me, but making sure that I'm not beating myself up over not being, like, what I see as perfect is critical. How are you, Lydia? How are you doing? Are you back? Are you back in Dallas? Or wait, you're in Austin, right? Am I wrong? Who's in Austin? I think the Socratic approach of streaming is fun. Wait, what's the Socratic approach? I'm very curious. Back in Austin, nice. I'm still confused as to why formal terms matter in terms of stuff you grade. Well, was that a question that came up in chat? I always end up watching maker type content on YouTube instead of a TV series and movies. Yeah, it's true. Hey, ZB, hello. How are you? ZB, did you get snow today and yesterday too? Like, if you ask a question and people sort of pitch their 2 cents. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, the interactivity of Twitch lets it be a bit more on the Socratic side. Maybe I'm misinterpreting what you're saying, but is that what you're saying? Because that is an interesting angle to this for sure. And that I will say, you know, if you had to put a value on a YouTube comment versus a chat message, like, there's unequivocally a much higher value to a Twitch chat message, at least in a community the size of mine. Obviously, if you're a massive streamer, then they are just flying by and they just become emotes at a certain point, but you know what I mean. Yeah, that's true. But what I want to do is make something that I sit down, I write a script, I have a game plan, I shoot for the edit. If you've heard that term before. Ooh, this leaf was installed incorrectly at the factory. Let's see if we can fix it. There we go. That's better. There you go, buddy. You'll be a good switch still. It's like a conversation between a teacher and student. Okay. Yeah. Well, in that case, that is, I mean, legitimately, that is the value of a Twitch stream, right? Like, if there's ever a Twitch stream where the streamer's not interactive, that is, like, kind of missing the point. Yo, what's up, Spoos? How's it going? It's kind of missing the point of a Twitch stream, right? Like, if you're not interactive, then you might as well be live content or be pre-recorded. And if you're pre-recorded, you might as well be edited, right? Like, take away the interaction, and then the whole thing falls apart. It just, what are you doing? At a certain point, Twitch streams just become a long live YouTube video with no interaction. At least that's what it feels like with huge streams. Yeah, so depending on the talent level of the streamer, though, maybe they don't need as much editing, but still, it is a thing, right? Those 3D printing streams that have one viewer and just a 3D printer saying, like, why? I don't know. I do wonder about that, too. That is interesting. I see those, too, and I'm like, what's happening? Like, are they honestly using it as a way to monitor their printer remotely? Sometimes I wonder if that's what it is, but it is an odd phenomenon. Anyways, I do, yeah, I don't know. I like streaming on Twitch, and I'd like to do both simultaneously, But if I had to pick one, that's a toss-up right now. But if I had to pick one that I could only ever do, I would pick edited content. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Zawabi. A cheap way to monitor prints, for sure. Free AWS server, right? Dude, I got banned on YouTube for doing that, just to monitor my spider. I had a black widow that lived in a jar, and I was live streaming it on YouTube to keep an eye on her, to make sure she was okay. And I got banned because overnight it would turn black because it was dark. And then they were like, "You just live streamed 8 hours of nothing, so we're gonna ban you," on my like work account. But that's okay. Anywho, yeah. Thank you for the shout out, Kim, and thank you for being here, my corporate sugar daddy space cables. My brother-in-law, by the way, I built a Stellar 65 for, because that was the one board he's always been bugging me about wanting. He's like, every time he sees he's not been bugging me, but every time he sees that board, he's like, "Oh, that's the best board you have." And then I built him one for Christmas, and it was really wholesome, and it was great. Oh yeah, you're Lydia's corporate sugar zaddy too now, huh? You know what's even better? I saw your Instagram posts of that board, and you had the BIP, like those clear black extended 2048 keycaps, and I said, "I'll have what he's having," and I built the exact same board. I put Gateron ink blacks in it so that the lights would shine through, and then I put the black keycaps on it, and I was just like, chef kiss. Such a good combo. Speaking of Stellar, I was looking at the Night Runner, but it says it's solder. Is that something yeah. So you can Mil-Max it, for sure. You can Mil-Max PCBs to make them hot swap. And that's actually what I'm doing to the board for this client, is we're going to Mil-Max it. Muffin's a real one. Muffin was a great guy. Nice to meet you. Shake your hand. Look at your artisans. It was really fun. I was looking at the Night Runner for my Kamigawa set. Ooh, okay. Yeah, no. If you need Mil-Maxing too, let me know, because I can Mil-Max it for you if you want to make it hot swap. That is a very common service that I offer. Alex Toes match those caps? Oh, really? Oh, dude. That's genius, because it works so well. Like, it's such a good combo. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. That's very kind. You certainly don't have to sub to this channel. But I do appreciate it, and all of the money I get from my subs goes back to subbing to my friends. It was cool to see everyone's perspective of the meetup. Yeah, I know. It was. I know, like, Kevin live streamed it, but then there's just been a lot of photos trickling out on social media. That's been fun to watch. You have those little, like, "There I am, Gary, there I am" moments when you see yourself in the background of a photo. It's very fun. Nice. Yeah, right on. I have a theory that eventually Twitch Prime is going to go away, to be honest. Like, I think that right now it's a killer thing they have, but they've been doing so much that has kind of demonstrated their need for money that, I don't know, I think it's pretty clear that they're trying to take drastic steps, so I think the Prime might go away. Head to bed because it's grandma time. Well, you're also in a way different time zone than me, so thank you for hanging out. It was an absolute pleasure meeting you. Such a wholesome person. Thank you for being here, and I hope you have a great night. And I'm sure I'll see you around. I do hope they continue to leave it in 2, because it is a nice way for, like, small creators. you know, to get subs with like tiny communities, and like I know that can go a long way for people. So I don't know. I'm always very picky with my Prime, you know. But yeah, I don't know. I just have this feeling that it's gonna go away. Kind of like I have a feeling that in the next 4 years. Okay, mark this. Clip this, chat. In the next 4 years, the iPhone will no longer have ports. They'll be gone. And I say that because the EU is starting to they passed something that is going to ban anything but USB-C to be used on cell phones. And if Apple wants to continue selling their products over there, which of course they do, they're going to have to either put a USB-C port on it or no ports at all. And I'm telling you right now, there's not going to be ports in like the next 4 years on iPhones. They're going to be gone. The Apple rumor mill was already floating. Yeah, I feel like they've been trying that for years. Like, I feel like they've been trying to do that for the last like 5 to 10 years already. That's the vision, is like this portless brick. Because I know they've tried stuff with like R&D things for like speakers, for instance, that don't have a grill. They're just like the screen vibrates or whatever, you know. They also contributed slightly modified MagSafe specs to the next version of the Universal Qi wireless charging standard, so it might help take some regulatory heat off. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Right to repairs. Dude, I know. Ross, bless the Rossman group, but I heard it's going badly in New York right now. Like, I heard that they lost something. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought I heard they lost something recently that was pretty brutal. I know. That's the thing. It's like, why have you not been putting USB-C in iPhones already? You're already doing it. It was gutted to protect corporations. Oh, it passed, but it was gutted. That sucks. It's a bummer. That's almost worse, because then it's like, then they can just be like, no, we passed it. Like, we don't need to change it. We already passed it. It's like, versus if you're like pushing for it to get, you know, signed at all. I don't know. Passed and signed, but the governor. Oh, yeah. I don't know. That's so disappointing. Like, yeah. Louis Rossman, man. He's like OG YouTube too. You know? Like, this man's been vouching, or he's been pushing for this for like probably most of his life at this point, right? There's one lobbyist group that represents the interests of like 30 corporations. I know. Money talks, right? Might be a hot take, but still infuriated by the gone 3.5 jack. Yeah. I mean, wireless charging is getting better. And the other thing that I think is, so there's a couple aspects to it, right? So if you charge your battery full tilt as fast as you can every time, the battery's going to die faster, right? Lithium ion batteries will die if you give them that much juice that fast. But trickle charging with a cable is better than wireless charging. And most modern smartphones are smart enough to go, oh, hey, I see you've got an alarm set for 7 a.m., so we're going to charge you as slowly as possible over this USB cable until 7 a.m. And that's great. That works super well. Like, even if you plug it into a high-speed charger, at least my phone does. My Google Pixel will be like, oh, I see you've got an alarm set and it seems like it's bedtime. We're going to trickle charge. And I guess I don't know if there's a setting to disable that. Like, say you do just need juice now. But, like, that works so well for me that I really like that feature. But wireless charging isn't quite the same. It's still pretty inefficient, and it heats up the battery. Good night, ZB. I hope you have a great night. Thank you for stopping by. So, yeah, I don't know. It's like wireless charging's getting better, to be sure. But, yeah. Honestly, only use wireless charging just to slap my phone. And that's what I do now, too. And I don't even have MagSafe. I just, like, wireless charging, the other thing is, like, the ports can wear out. Your USB port can wear out. One funny thing I have noticed is frequently if I have to plug in my phone with a USB cable like I did on this Arizona meetup trip because I didn't want to bring a full wireless charger, I always have to pull all the like lint out of it because I just don't use the USB port really. And so it's although I guess I do use it at work to flash like new versions of apps. Okay, Turtle Cat, good to see you. Yeah, it's pretty late for you, I imagine, but it was very nice to meet you as well. Yeah, it was great. It was great seeing you. Thank you for hanging out with us. MagSafe is nice when you're in bed. It's an elbow. I feel like MagSafe. My take on it was always that MagSafe would be amazing in the car. Like you just smack your phone onto a thing in the car and it just stays there. You know, that seems like it would be really handy if you were using it to navigate. But now there's like I just use Android Auto, so I don't even care where my phone is in the car. I just plug it in and then boom, my whole screen on my truck is now my phone. So it's like who cares? So that whole use case is kind of gone now. So people use mag cables. Yeah, I had one of those for a while too. Yeah. Like when it's dark in bed, just having the MagSafe snap right on the perfect spot. True. Magnets ensure the coils are perfect. Yes. So when the coils are misaligned is when you get massive like heat and efficiency issues. So the magnets are actually pretty brilliant in that regard, I will say. I have nothing against Apple per se. Like, I find that their MacBook Air with the M series processors is actually an incredible value. But I'm as far as the OS goes, I much prefer Android. And it's gotten a lot more aesthetically pleasing lately too. So that whole argument of, well, it's just so ugly has kind of like broken down a little bit. So. What do we know? What do I know? What I don't know. I don't know what I don't know. Technology, man. Here's the thing. It's never going to be perfect, right? Like, that was one of the hard lessons I learned about phones. There's not a phone out there that meets every criteria for you. I'm sorry. It's just not possible. You know? Like, everything's a compromise. So, you just have to find the phone that is the least compromise that, you know, I don't know. There's things about my phone I don't like. I wish it had a better battery life. I wish when I take photos of things up close, it kind of vignettes them for some reason. And I'm not sure what that's all about, but I wish it didn't do that. But I don't know. Patty just got a new phone and the camera app won't even open. So I'm like, well, or her iPhone, like the camera just keeps crashing over and over. And she came from like a Pixel and switched to an iPhone and has been having trouble with it. And I don't know if it's common with that phone or just hers, but it's like, I don't know. I'm glad mine doesn't do that at least, but I don't know. It's cool. Phones are phones, man. They're just tools. So find the one that works for you. All right. Oh, I just put a bunch of stuff away that I shouldn't have. I need these. I'm mainly a PC guy, but M processors are insane. They're extremely powerful. You can get 15. Yes. They're insanely powerful. They don't really need active cooling, at least the smaller ones don't. So you're not going to cook your lap. You can use it in bed without like worrying about it. It doesn't sound like a jet engine, and it's incredibly power efficient. Like I don't know what they did, but I know what they did. They bought this Israeli company that was like making processors. That's where those came from, and they're killing it. I mean, they're incredible. So I used to hate MacBooks because with Intel chips, they were just not power efficient and hot, and Intel doesn't give a rip because at the time they had no competition to make things better. And so they just made like these annoying hot processors, and they just kind of could do whatever they wanted because they were the only processor on the block. But now, between Apple making their own and AMD coming out swinging, like they actually had to step their game up, and they still haven't all the way because they're getting their lunch eaten. But I used to hate Macs for that reason because I was like, yeah, it's such an inefficient thing. But then you realize it's not their fault per se. They're just using the best thing they could. And now they're so much better. So yeah, I have a MacBook Air now that I just love. I just love it. It lasts forever. I never really think about having to plug it in. It's really quick. It's good. Fille's back. Hello. The i7 in your 2020 Mac. Yeah. So okay, so you want some perspective, chat? I build apps for a living at the moment, and when I build them for iOS, when I have to compile and deploy them to a phone, you have to wait for the machine and Xcode to compile the app. So I had an i5 MacBook Pro from like 2018, and it took about 3 full minutes for that thing to build the app. 3 minutes, which is quite a while, honestly. That's that's an annoyingly long amount of time. 3 minutes to just sit there and do nothing. Then I got a This is for a client. It's like cherry red. It's really cool. Then I got an M1 Mac Mini. So not even a MacBook, just a Mac Mini. $600, 8 gigs of RAM, M1 chip in it. And it took my build time from 3 minutes to 18 seconds, which was an unbelievable jump in time, especially given the money invested to get one of those. And then I got an M2 MacBook Air recently, and my build time went from 18 seconds to sub-second. Like, blink and you'll miss it speeds now. So, like, my build is done before I have time to pick up the phone that it is deploying to. So, it's no joke. Like, how freaking fast these processors are is, like, it reminds me of how fast things were improving, when I was in high school. Like, in the early 2000s, mid 2000s, like, processors were leaps and bounds faster every year. And that's what Apple is at right now in terms of, like, their speed just increasing dramatically. But Intel is not. Intel is, every year another processor comes out and I look at it, because I'm on a 9th gen i9 right now, and they're on like 13th gen now. And every year another one comes out and I'll look at it and I'm like, do I care enough? Not yet. And it hasn't pushed me to get a new one yet. Like, it hasn't been good enough. And I know that they are quite a bit better now, but, like, I don't know, man. We'll get there when we get there, but it's not fast enough for me to want to tear apart this rig and replace it, because I'd also have to get new RAM. I have to get a new motherboard because it's a new chipset, whatever. M1, M2, M2 Pro is insane. Yeah, M Pro. Dude, the M Pros are even on another level too. Yeah. So, all right. Honestly, I'm tired. That was 70 switches. I got 70 more. However, well, let's count them. Let's get Miss Frizzle down here on the Magic School Bus, and we'll actually do some investigation. But I don't think I'm gonna loop these ones tonight. I'll do them later. I might actually, yeah, I'll do them later. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's another 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It feels really late. I was up late last night, so I actually tried to do the same. Yeah, I'm one of those people that has to unpack as soon as I get home. So I got home at 11:30, and then I unpacked everything. I put it all in the laundry. I was like, I don't know. I'm one of those psychopaths who just has to do that. And so I did that. Did I miscount somewhere? I'm one short, but I think I have 70 switches. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then how many do I have here? Yeah, we're one short. So we have 69 of them, I guess. But yeah. All right. So we got 69 of these. So it's the same number that we just did, I guess. But since everyone's tech adjacent, it's easy to see the product lineups from every company. Yeah. So all right, I'll leave these later. Yeah, I will. But the build, I'll probably leave these off stream. Just because I want to actually get the build done on Thursday. And it's a longer build because it's a Mil-Max job on an 1800 layout, so that just takes a minute. But yeah, that's it for today. To those of you still in chat who I got to meet at the AZ meetup, thank you for being there and making it so special for me. To those of you in chat I didn't get to meet, I thank you for. I hope to meet you someday, but thank you for being here in chat. Filet, I'll DM you. All right. But yeah. Anyways, thank you for looking at my booze collection. Thank you for looking at my snack collection from Patty and Kim and Shure. You guys do got me thinking about a Montana meetup. Don't hold your breath. I don't know that that will happen, but like, I guess it's closer to happening than it ever was. I don't know if that still is not ever. Then that's fair, but you know what I mean. I don't know. You guys got me thinking like Whitefish is in Montana, yes, but it's like 6 hours north of where I live, so I don't think I would. I think I would do it here. You had no part of the snacks, just explain them. Oh, okay, gotcha. You've been once? Let's go. Yeah. Why? Wait. What is it with everyone having been to Whitefish? That's such a random place to have been. Whitefish is. Was it for the skiing? Is that what it is? That's funny, because it's gorgeous up there. I love it. Your aunt lived there. Okay, that's hilarious. Yeah. No, it's like a tiny town that's just like a little bit north of Kalispell, which is one of the bigger towns. You never skied or boarded? It's super fun. It's really fun. I'm actually gonna probably get a fully new snowboard setup this year because fun fact, I've had my current snowboard longer than I haven't had it. It's I bought it when I was 14 and I am almost 30. So I've had that thing forever and I've used it almost every year. In fact, a couple of the years I used it like 100 times in a season, 50 to 100 times in a season. It was a lot. So it's been through a ton and it's time. And one of my best friends is, dude, okay, so fun story. One of my best friends' dad is like a judge for the X Games, and he has his own shop here in town, and he has his own custom snowboard that he designed, and he let me demo it. And the new tech was so foreign to me that my first run of the day, I just ate it all the way down. I had a terrible run. Second run, something clicked, and I understood that board and how to use it. And it was the best experience of my life. And I got to the bottom of the hill and I texted him. I'm like, yo, how much does board cost? And he replied, he's like, well, we make 6 sizes in 2 different widths. So he's like, as far as I'm concerned, you can demo it 12 times because we have 12 versions of it. But I'm like, no, I just want the board. But I haven't been since, so I'm just going to buy one. And I also, same boots, same bindings. My feet stopped growing when I was 14, so same boots, same bindings, same board. For the last 15 years, I've used them. And it's so short, because I was really short back then, even though my feet were huge. And so the board itself only comes up to like here, and it's all fiberglass, so it's the most flexible thing in the world. And it's just, I don't know. The new board has like carbon fiber rods running down the middle, so you can twist it, but it doesn't like bow, right? It doesn't like bow in the middle because it can twist around this carbon fiber core, but it doesn't like do that, if that makes sense. My current board is just like jello. It's like riding a gummy bear down the mountain. So complete night and day difference. It's incredible. So and one of my other best friends took a panoramic picture of the mountains, and that graphic, like the mountains like in my backyard basically, that photo is printed on that board. So it actually has like artwork from one of my best friends on it. It's like, I gotta have this board, come on. So I see you. Okay, all right. I let you guys go buck wild in the chat. It's fine. But I like to just acknowledge those things and move on. What was it that Nine said something really sus, and I misread it in a wholesome way. That was very embarrassing. My brain just like default censored that, and I just read it. Yo, what's up, Frank? How was your stream? I'm actually just ending now. I lubed a bunch of Holy Panda X's that are going in a TKC 1800 mil max on Thursday, and then I'll get to that board on Friday when that gets delivered. Which will be sick. So thank you for the hookup on that one too. That's gonna be fun. But yeah, I hope your stream went well. I was there for a wee bit on that stream. That was fun. So, all right, who are we gonna raid, chat? Who should we go bother? Patty's live. Patty switched over to Makers and Crafting. I think we should raid Patty just because Patty got me all these snacks. And so we're going to have a custom raid message. The snacks. And then we'll do an emote. Hold on. I can do an emote. You have to be subbed to Patty to use this raid message. But if you're not, what's wrong with you? This is the raid message. There you go. That's what we're gonna tell Patty. She's the best. Honestly, I have so much respect for her. Now more than ever, having gotten to like spend time with her and talk to her. So, yeah. All right. I'll be live again on Thursday. To wrap this up, I'll probably have these other switches lubed by then. And I will be mil-maxing the 1800. And then I'll be live again on Friday with a proto build. That'll be a special one. That'll be a spatial one. Provided that gets delivered because it's been snowing a lot. Yeah, I'm mil-maxing a TKC 1800. It's going to be a big boy. So, all right. Sonata G Major, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Sneaking one in right on the way out the door. Well, thank you for being here. Say hi to Patty for me. I will be also lurking in chat. But, yeah, I appreciate you all. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.